Welcome.
Hey.
What?
Let me do this. Hold on just a second.
Oh, fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marks and Tricks, sit on your ass and listen to this. It's the show with your host, Justin Harvey.
Hey, look what we found. We found Urban. Where can people find you, Urban?
On the Twitters. It's been a while, man. There's a little rust. At URBANHERETIC187 on Twitter. See Casey back there.
Casey. Looks like we finally fucking found your ass. Where you been hiding?
Prison.
So the answer to where is Casey is prison.
I'm taking notes. The answer
is no one cares. I decided to start working a nails gimmick. You know, fucking. How's it feel, boss man? Yeah.
Casey, I have to say, like, I know I'm positive you didn't listen to the show last week because I noticed we were one hit short of where we should have been. But I had to do the Stone Cold on the show last week for EVW. EVW told a Stone Cold story, and you could have retold the entire story in the voice of Stone Cold, but you weren't here.
Well, would have been better. I mean, I got a little friend who can join us.
EV-Dub actually even tried to do a Stone Cold.
Oh, God. Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on a second. My bald-headed champion.
Don't tell the fucking Stone Cold stories without fucking Stone Cold.
Well, he told his
Jack on a jackass.
EV-Dub told his side of the Chubby Penta story because Vampiro comes in and tells him, hey, Stone Cold wants you to call him. So EV-Dub calls Stone Cold. So basically the best thing about it is this is like when your kids do something bad and you make them go tell their mom some shit. That was basically what had happened. Like Stone Cold made Vampiro tell EV-W to call him to basically rat out Vampiro for calling Pentagon chubby. It's fucking hilarious. But anyway, if you haven't seen
fucking Uncle Fester over here calling somebody chubby.
If you haven't seen last week's episode, that story is in there, along with some interesting things about cease and desist orders. Our friend Ryan Satin and wow. I don't even know. That guy seems to be going from one shitstorm to another every 5 minutes. Maybe we'll talk.
What do you do this time?
Would you call that a shitstorm? That's more like a shit tornado.
I don't know. He basically he got Vince Russo fired from Podcast One for Erica Steiner, his girlfriend, or some crazy shit.
Jim, that's our movie, Shitnado, bro. Fuck.
Who pays attention to Vince Russo besides his mom, who makes him dinner every night?
Hey. Vince Russo brought us the greatest WCW champion of all time, David Arquette. I don't want to hear any shit about Mr. Vince Russo. Thank you.
God damn.
Vince Russo, did he pin Goldberg?
Did he? I don't remember.
I don't remember who
I
he might
stopped
have
watching
this
at
point.
that point.
I don't have the network anymore, so I don't really know.
Yeah, but even if you have the network, why would that be the thing you would go back and watch ever? Like nobody is looking on the network for. There's two things you're never looking for. You're never looking for Unmasked Ray and the Filthy Animals, and you're never looking for. And you're never looking for anything with David Arquette.
I mean, they just added all the episodes of Thunder, so
yeah, they just added Thunder.
Wait.
Wow. They still can't add all the fucking WCW Saturday Night where I can get my fucking gambler fix. I would buy the network again.
Look, I go back and watch some Jindrak and O'Hare episodes of Thunder. Why not?
Top search result: Billy Kidman, Hulk Hogan feud.
Oh my god,
nice.
I missed the Glacier Thunder stuff.
I saw Glacier in a hotel lobby trying to sign gimmicks.
Dude, you are such a dick for not getting me Glacier's autographs.
Especially with the amount of time Byron spends with him.
It wasn't his fault, man. It was Bischoff.
Dude, I found some fucking footage of Glacier as Ray Lloyd fucking doing shoot style UWF shit in Japan. And he was a jobber then too, but you know. It was him. It was fucking Glacier doing almost legit MMA. I mean, it was fake, but it was good.
When is Eric Bischoff's wrestling news website starting up? That's when we could get all the real stories, right?
I don't know, dude. When's my fucking horror comics webpage that you were supposed to design for me going up, Byron?
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore.
Where you're gonna
I've had a staph infection all week. I've been sleeping in bed after work every day.
Wait, now how did you get staph? Was this from rolling around backstage at Lucha Underground? Rolling with somebody?
I was just working out with open wounds on the mats. I didn't think that'd be a problem.
No, tell me what nasty ass gave you the staph so we can avoid that person. Who was it?
Well,
no, I had stitches in my back, and I kept working in the hot sun and sweating, and so.
Justin, which trio's champion do we want to bury by saying it was them that infected the belt that Byron put on their shoulder?
So
exactly.
my wound got infected, and I have a staph infection.
Spoilers.
Gross.
Well, I mean, look, you're talking about the current trios champions, which are Mac, Dante Fox, and Killshot. So,
see, I didn't know that. You spoiled that for me.
Well, you haven't watched season 3
you
yet?
You were there,
dude. I started watching season 3 again last night. Actually, I'm trying to make my way through it. I do have to say something about, because I'm so far out of the loop. I haven't been in the podcast game for a long time. I gotta say, the Sexy Star and PJ Black match, that was a fucking stinker.
No, I don't believe you for a minute.
Dude, I backed Sexy Star from the get-go, but after that match, I was just like, yeah, I'm an idiot.
Look, I backed Sexy Star too because I found the writing for her very entertaining. And I didn't mind her entirely as a person at the time. Maybe that was my mistake. But I didn't hate on it. I mean, I thought DJ wrote good stuff for her. I mean, like,
yeah, definitely, he definitely wrote good stuff for her. It's just the fact that she couldn't perform. I mean,
yeah, there's been a lot of shitty performers that have gotten over because they got a great angle or a great gimmick, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not going to hold that against Lucha
I'm pretty
Underground.
sure Roach wrote that if you think it was a good gimmick.
Hey, I'm a CM Roach guy. We've determined that.
I love Roach.
What were you saying about people with shitty wrestlers getting over?
I'm just saying you keep talking about this writer guy named DJ. I don't think anyone knows who that is.
Don't you talk about the Warrior like that.
Wait, Byron,
more talented than Sexy Star ever was.
Byron, I said everyone was coming in hot today. Everybody had hot takes on something. Do you have a hot take on Chris DeJoseph, your follower on Twitter? He does follow you, doesn't he?
I'm checking right now. No, what happened was
what?
The answer is
followed me after the tapings. Like we're all hanging out and talking like normal people.
Stop. He follows the Twitwow guys. Both of them.
Follows Twitwow.
And their guests. Like, and
I
their
remembered
guests.
why I don't like Twitwow, by the way. Just because they called me TJ Miller, motherfucker.
Wait. He follows Urban and J-Man for sure.
Follows me, and I've called fecophiliac on the air repeatedly.
He's called him a fecophiliac, Byron.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He follows Meatloaf.
Okay.
Who doesn't even live in this country.
That's confusing.
He follows Jim, and people don't even know Jim is on this podcast.
No,
Jim is the official.
DJ does not follow me. I'm gonna check right now.
Okay, DJ doesn't follow you. Well, DJ, if you really want to hurt Byron's feelings, you need to follow Jim.
No, it's just DJ did follow me, and then Urban.
What is it? What is it? Real Jimmy V?
Yeah, the real Jimmy V. I can confirm that DJ is not following me.
Okay, so both of you schmucks. But
not bad.
Hey man, he followed me and he paid my fucking bar tab. I'm just saying.
he was gonna fly you out for the tapings.
Okay, yes, Urban. So we asked him the question. We said, you said to us, man, fuck, if DJ will fly me out and get me good seats and put me up, I'll fucking come to Ultima Lucha. So we asked DJ after the show, of course. We said, DJ, would you have flown Urban out and paid for him and put him up, got him some drinks and an Uber and everything? And he was like, of course I would.
He was drunk, wasn't he? He was drunk.
Not yet. He wasn't
I don't
drunk
know.
yet.
I mean,
he was sober and he said that? Wow.
He was relatively sober. It was St. Patrick's Day.
Should that be?
We caught him before he got to the bottom third of the Jaeger bottle.
So did Jim.
How many?
It was like a Costco bottle, Jim. Did
about
you
all
guys
the
know that
jankum?
Jim
He already-
dances?
What's that?
That's so.
All the
Did you know-
jankum that he brewed up beforehand. Pedophiliac.
So basically, we had a truce, and it was cool.
Wait!
and
I'm
we
not
follow
even
each
done,
other.
Byron. I'll let you get back to it. Wait.
Oh.
They even both follow. All of them follow the Digging Underground guys, and those guys aren't even doing a podcast anymore. They did like 4 of them and quit,
I don't even know
and they
who the
still
fuck those
follow
people are.
those guys. Casey's old school is fucking. He doesn't even know Digging Underground. They were like, they were the best, worst podcast about Lucha Underground ever.
Really?
They got the best.
I like to differ. I've got a few episodes of the MMM show to listen to.
Well, you know.
Oh man.
So Byron, how did this happen? What did you do? What did you do?
What happened was I woke up one day and I look at my Twitter notifications. I see Urban had said that Krista Joseph's favorite Lucha podcast was Digging Underground. And then Krista Joseph replies, "Fake news, I'm unfollowing his ass." And he unfollowed me.
So what, you were spreading lies about DJ's love for Digging Underground?
I'm on the East Coast. I was asleep, Urban, you motherfucker.
Hey man, I was watching your podcast with Evie Dub, and I was like, "What is this Digging Underground shit?" I was like, "This is bullshit. I've been told differently, like in person." So I had to call it out. You got to call the shit when you see it, and DJ basically just put a stop to that real quick.
Hey, Urban, have you ever said anything to Chavo about Byron by any chance? Because he's blocked by Chavo, and he claims he doesn't know why.
I maybe, I don't know. I was drunk a lot.
I respect Chavo and the Guerrero family.
We've been wanting to get Chavo on the show, but he blocked fucking Byron, so there's just bad blood everywhere.
I talked to Chavo this week. He won't do the show as long as Byron's around. I don't know what Byron did, but clearly it was something. I think he made some inappropriate comments about Pepe.
Oh,
I miss Pepe.
Yeah, I'm
Pepe.
sure. I'm sure.
bro, you can't like fucking.
When you say you want to pull the stick out of Pepe and fill the hole, that's kind of inappropriate, man. That's crossing the line.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that means, what you just said.
I
know you don't know what that means because you haven't filled a hole in your entire life.
Well, does the butthole count, Justin?
How do you make jokes about me getting infections from banging someone?
This
And
podcast
then
is
a minute
really
later, you're
dark.
like, you never banged anyone. Like, there's logic gaps.
No. I didn't say you had never banged anyone. I'm not calling you a
Plot
virgin.
holes.
I said you had never filled a hole.
It's like a toothpick in the Grand Canyon.
So small, so small.
That was one of my favorite jokes is watching Tom Arnold on Conan say that having sex with Roseanne Barr was like landing a 747 in the Grand Canyon.
Wow.
That's one of my favorite jokes I've ever seen. I don't think they liked each other for a while.
No, you think?
I like it.
So Byron, is the Heat? What's the deal with the Heat? How are you going to fix this situation with DJ? DJ's a friend of the show. We're a friend of his show. We don't need this animosity, man. How are you going to fix this?
What?
Well, here's the thing. I didn't do anything. I didn't even say that. I didn't tell. Urban watched the show, found out that the 3 Chiefs liked Digging Underground because it was a cool pun. And then DJ, I don't know, he was cranky when he read it and he unfollowed me. Whatever.
But he had just followed you again. He had just given you another chance.
Well, I wouldn't put it like that, but he did follow me.
Always
In DJ's
flipping.
own words, he is a fucking psychopath. So I don't know really what I could do. I respect that he's a psychopath, and he'll probably follow me at some point.
DJ is a madman.
Yeah.
I'm maybe not quite psychopath or even sociopathy, but he is definitely a madman.
I feel like I don't need to have like an internet feud with another guy. Like I'm Vince Russo in my mom's basement. You know what I mean? Like DJ will follow me maybe or maybe not.
He's
I'll
trying
still
to
shake his hand if I see him.
He just tried
You
to
know what I
start first of all, you already have an internet feud with Chavo Guerrero.
I'll respect the Guerrero family.
Don't try to start one with Vince Russo, the guy that brought us That time Terry Funk got kicked with a horse, and he's like, "You fucking horse, I'll kick your ass." That was great.
I remember a match where
I think that was it.
Dusty got to rub Ric Flair's face in an actual donkey's ass on Nitro.
Oh yeah. And Dustin did the whole promo about his daddy's ass, and it turned out to be a donkey the whole time. Yeah,
Got it?
I fucking love the Rhodes family.
Krabs is asking about, because Krabs has the best questions. If you have never watched this show, go back, watch previous episodes. You'll know that Mr. Krabs always has the most informative questions for the show. But Mr. Krabs is asking for maybe the 757th time when Lucha Underground Season 3 is going to be on Netflix.
It's on right now. You just forgot to check.
Season 3? Yeah. Basically, you're trying to tell him to go away. No, the answer...
Mr. Krabs is saying that the DVD of Lucha Underground is only out in Germany. Have we broke that news yet?
Great. Is another Harris Brothers kind of situation?
And there are definitely places that you can see it. Maybe not streaming quite as gloriously as it would be on Netflix. But I believe the deal is that El Rey still has the in-house first run syndication rights right now. And that hasn't finished yet, and there can be no Netflix deal until that is finished. So it can be within this year, though. I think that will be towards the end of the year when would be the earliest you could see Season 3 on Netflix. But basically, that means El Rey Network gets to rerun it. They've been doing marathons. They did a few this past Wednesday. They'll probably keep doing stuff like that leading into the debut of the new season. Basically, they get to give themselves the rub first. And then MGM can sell off the syndication rights to whoever they would like. And I believe Netflix is probably right at the top of their list.
They should be anyway. Shit. I mean, Amazon has been fucking killing Netflix in selection lately. I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled a coup there, but...
Yes, they have.
Yeah, but are they killing Netflix in originals? Because they...
No.
Horror movies? Fuck yeah. Like, big time.
Yeah. I really loved that Altered Carbon series. I don't know. Yeah. There was a lot of people who were like, oh, that's not that good. Man, that shit is fucking good. That shit is every bit as good as the new Blade Runner. And
that took me like 3 episodes to warm up, and then I was fully in.
Oh,
I'm actually doing a version for the El Rey Network. I'm doing a version for the El Rey Network. It's called Altered Cabron. You get that one for free, DJ, but I get to write one. Come on.
Yeah, do him a favor, damn it.
Alter Cabron.
Yeah. Oh, Urban, what?
You switch the letters.
Is that the whole chat room's marking out for me and you being on the show right now? So that's kind of cool.
I feel like they're more marking out for you than me, man.
They want Urban.
I don't know. I would say, I said last week that the most asked question was, where's Casey? But I would say that legitimately at Ultima Lucha weekend, it was probably a tie for people asking the most, like, where were the heels or where's Urban, including made guys. With Casey, a few made guys, a lot of fans, a lot of different people. I mean, they see me and Byron and they expect to see somebody more entertaining, which is why we bring Jim. But they're not quite used to Jim yet, as we found.
I thought you were photos.
I'm non-existent.
Jim, you're existent. Someone has to take a mark photo with the 2 podcast hosts.
You know what? Jim is on the show more than I am. That's
I know.
The thing. Like a lot more.
Yeah, and on episodes that these marks have watched. Okay, so this is kind of where I'm coming in hot today.
We gotta get you a fucking mohawk or something, man. Jimmy, you need a mohawk. You need a gimmick. That's what it is.
We need a gimmick.
Get him some Road Warrior shoulder pads.
Some paint.
Well, first of all, maybe part of the problem is that people think Jim is Latino. Jim is not Latino. He's Filipino.
What does that have to do with anything? People think less of him?
No, I think it's a better gimmick. Like, there's a lot of Latino dudes who come to Lucha Underground. You're not special if you're Latino and you come to Lucha Underground. But if you're Filipino...
No, I think everyone's special at Lucha Underground.
Because our homeboy J-Ray used to come and everyone used to call him Pinche Pacquiao all the time. It fucking sucked.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I miss that dude. I haven't seen that guy in forever.
Same here, actually.
That makes all of us pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still exists on Instagram. He's always
that's where he does most of his stuff, actually.
Breakdancing or dropping a dope ass rap video out of nowhere. I mean,
Get in some sick shoes, man. He's a shoe collector, and he's got some crazy shit. Like
so. But here's my first weird thing of the week. Being internet famous. And given we are the smallest version of internet famous that there could possibly be, because we're internet famous to like the 400 people that go to the temple, and that's about it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, any of us.
Country.
I'm just ripping off the heels.
Except maybe Casey, because Casey, I don't know. People just seem to know Casey for some reason. People should know Byron.
At truck stops a lot.
Byron has been on TV and in motion pictures more than any of us, I think, and nobody still knows him.
Dude, he was an asshole in that one movie he did.
Yeah.
Prick.
He is in real life too.
Yeah, it wasn't a stretch.
He was an asshole on Storm Chasers also.
He's the equivalent of Courtney Love in The People versus Larry Flint. It's
I think
not
he's
really a
just
stretch.
The equivalent of Courtney
Love is a day shift Tuesday stripper. You know what I mean? Casey?
Did you murder Kurt Cobain? Is that what Justin's trying to tell us?
I'm saying that.
Wait, you're saying she has those sexy C-section scars that I love at the strip club?
Oh.
I'm saying you walk into a strip club on a Tuesday afternoon during the day, and you see her, Courtney Love.
You heard it here first on the MMMM show.
Oh.
Well, so Byron,
Yeah.
considering that, you experienced a little bit of this with me, with people actually coming up, talking to us, asking us about things that we do, taking photographs. We actually posed for a few Mark photographs.
Photographs is weird.
Is that not strange?
Photographs is weird. I think, though, us being special, I don't think that's it, but I'm used to being recognized because with how the line used to be in the Lucha clique or whatever used to be, everyone just knew each other.
Right.
So
they all thought you were TJ Miller at the time, but it's okay.
Okay, that's a whole nother thing. But I'm used to, like, you show up and 10 people are like, hey, what's up? They know you by your name and you know them and that sort of thing. That's more mutual. It's a little weird when, like, people came up and would ask us questions. I don't know. I mean, it's cool. I appreciate everyone who's watching the show. Thank you. I'm an expert, but it's just weird to regard Justin as an expert. You know what I mean?
I think that people tell Justin so much shit that he doesn't tell us that he is an expert, but he's also a dick for not telling us.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? It's a really awkward situation. I have a friendly face. People like to talk to me, and I like to keep that trust, and I don't break that trust.
No, and it's
Can I say something, though, about the TJ Miller thing? We were on a smoke break. On one of the days, I was engaging in a conversation literally about how I looked like TJ Miller, what that's like, how it used to be cool. And then, people found some stuff out or some stuff was in the news and it became not cool. Also, just whether or not.
I know. The crazy thing about it is people found out that TJ Miller in real life is actually kind of like you.
Yeah.
No, I don't punch women in the face.
Just the stomach.
Anymore.
Just the stomach. He doesn't want it to show up.
And so I had that conversation, and then I'm in the temple and in between matches, I get a tap on my shoulder, and some lady goes, "Hey, is your name TJ?"
Now, wait. To be fair, though, the first girl that thought you were TJ still talked to you after she found out that you weren't, and she was very cute.
She was cool.
Are we talking about last week?
Yeah, I said cute. I didn't say cool. I said she was cute.
Oh, I thought she was cool. She still talked to me even though I wasn't a shitty D-list celebrity.
Well,
it's better than being Z-list.
Yeah. No, it's like you look like the guy who did the thing with the beer bottle and the punching the woman in the face, allegedly. And it's like, ooh, that's not me, but it's still
could be
a
a problem. This whole show could be a problem, guys. Urban, are you still allowed to be on YouTube?
Probably not.
Yeah, Urban's banned. I look like
sure. I'm running a pirate radio now, and they don't like me.
What the fuck happened, man?
I don't know. When you get blocked in all countries, it just kind of says something about you as a person, I think. I try to do stuff and they're like, no.
Are you allowed in China?
Probably not. Although I would love to be a Chinese national because at least they wouldn't extradite me.
What's that case?
I said too soon, Byron. She's dead.
Oh.
Oh,
wow.
I had to.
I mean, you didn't, but you did.
I can respect you for that. I can respect you for that.
But there's no powerful Irish families that you have heat with, right, Urban?
Not that I know, but yeah, maybe writers. Maybe they're pissed off I'm not around anymore. I don't know. Somebody, the McMahons or something's going down. You know, Linda McMahon's out there doing the small business shit now for the government. So maybe she's just like, you know, coming after us. The whole demonetization for language on YouTube is kind of ridiculous to me. But
I think it's fucking bullshit is what it is. Fuck.
Yeah. Where's freedom of speech at? That's all I'm saying. Just
fucking right. Shit.
It's not on YouTube.
It's not. It's not. If you have to follow some guidelines, I get it. You got to follow guidelines for YouTube, and they want to put out a certain product. I get it. It's just
yeah, but they're really trying to strip everything away from any kind of guerrilla level stuff that's going on. Yeah. It's like we met all of their qualifications. By the way, people who don't know, YouTube has taken away MMM shows monetization on 3 separate occasions now, and we have jumped through every single time to earn back that monetization. And now they're hitting us with, oh, you don't have enough subscribers, even though we have quadruple the amount of hours viewed and hits and all the other stuff that you need. Now we don't have enough subscribers because, you know, okay, we don't cover a lot of WWE. We don't do a post-Raw recap every week. We basically cover one show that's Lucha Underground. That's a little smaller. We talk some MMA and some other shit too, and we just have fun. But yeah, we're not trying to reach these huge markets. But then it's like, you're basically saying that the 400 people that listen to this show don't mean shit. You know, that their time is not worth ad revenue dollars. You can target those people for the same ads just as much as anyone else. And it's specific targeting because you know how many of those people you're going to reach. But then my biggest problem with it, I don't even care about the ads because the money that you make from it at the level we're at is meaningless. But the problem is, then they don't aggregate your show to other people who are watching similar streams. You get less hits and less people stumbling across the show. And we've had a lot of new subscribers and people email and talk to us about the show that love the show and like the show and started following Lucha Underground because of the show. But that was because they were originally watching some WWE, you know, the hottest things that Paige has ever worn video. And then we came up next because somehow we were related.
So that's how Byron got on.
Casey, do the thing. Casey, do the voice.
Oh, Poppy, are we still even together? I don't know. I don't know if they are or not.
Does she still have the Poppy tattoo?
Fuck, probably. I mean, you can cover it up, but I want to see. I want to get us all of these subscribers, and I think it's because we put all our eggs in a basket of a promotion. One promotion. I think we need to expand to 2 promotions. And that's
don't do
WWE.
it.
What's the second promotion? Let's take a vote. Let's take a vote on the second promotion. I say it's Vintage ECW.
No, I say that the second only choice is Wing. And
wait. Breaking news. We have to thank Lance Waddell, who just subscribed to the channel right now. Thanks, Lance. And if you want to subscribe, go down there and click those buttons.
Press the real impact player, buddy.
Lance, what up? This is the man.
I'm showing him what I used to do for, you know.
You're welcome.
No problem. So, as I was saying, Wing, the greatest promotion ever.
Enjoy the show.
Wait, your vote is Wing over Vintage ECW?
Fuck yeah, because you know what? Vintage ECW.
I want to thank Urban for
Jason the Terrible tonight. One match. No. We want Jason the Terrible. We want Leatherface. We want. Do I need to bring out the Crypt the Keeper shirt? Because I think I need to bring out the Crypt the Keeper shirt.
Maybe. Crypt the Keeper is pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie,
dude. He was a fucking Boricua, man. He was one of Los Boricuas.
All right, Jim. What would your vote be if we were to cover a second promotion as heavily as Lucha Underground? What would it be?
Shimmer.
I'm just gonna go. Because of the events of this weekend, I would say probably New Japan.
New Japan? I thought you were going to say WoW. I'd go with WoW over New Japan, but that's just me.
Well, I mean, we did meet someone last weekend.
I think we can say we met the David McLean, one of the creators of Glow, the current head of WoW. He came out to Lucha Underground and he seemed to be having the best time ever.
Why the fuck isn't he on the show, Justin?
He looks exactly the same as he
the
did.
Same. He's just
20 years ago.
Fury. It is
guys. Why isn't he on the show? That's the thing I want to.
I want to have an event to promote right now. As soon as he has an event to promote, we'll try to get him on the show.
I don't know. He was trying to promote WoW to us, like even before anything's really off the ground. So,
did you guys ask him any Heavy Metal Sisters questions for me?
We asked a lot, but I didn't write down the answers.
They were the best.
No, you weren't a Farmer's Daughter fan?
Dude, Heavy Metal Sisters were hilarious. They carried a fucking severed arm to the ring. Fucking
they were like a walking SCTV sketch. They were pretty amazing.
You know how like when you get a WWE guy in TNA for like a minute, like as soon as Sting showed up, they're like, buy our Best of Sting DVD. You think they're gonna make a Best of Melissa Santos WoW DVD?
They should. I'd watch it.
It's actually kind of cool. Like she was literally wrestling before she did Lucha Underground. Like I didn't know that.
She can wrestle too. She's not terrible. I mean, she knows all the basics. She's really crisp. She's fast. I'm like run the ropes better than others.
Sitting here talking about fucking Wing, the greatest promotion ever, and you start talking about ring announcers and shit. No. I didn't tell the audience where to find their Wing fix.
Okay.
There's a guy on YouTube. His name is Daimajin. DAI space MAIGIN. Daimajin. Also a great movie if you've ever seen it. Motherfucker put up comp tapes and all this shit from Wing that I've never seen before, going back to 1991. So you get to see the first ever baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire match between Matsunaga and Mr. Pogo. You get to see fucking Matsunaga get his head set on fire. That's the finish of the match. He just gets his head set on fire. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a Kane special match.
That's in that match. And then
Kane's in Wing?
No. Kurgan was. Fucking Kurgan.
Why do we have to acknowledge Kurgan existed?
Because like they cut the matches, right? Like and do clips and stuff like that. And they'll show 30 minutes of the most boring barbed wire baseball bat match where all they're doing is like walking around outside of the ring and trading like barbed wire bat shots for 20 minutes. But Kurgan wrestles fucking Bill DeMott. And
he's the champ.
They show 30 seconds. And Bill DeMott was the fucking champion of Wing as Crash the Terminator. And we all know Bill DeMott as Byron's favorite trainer in professional wrestling history. Because they use a lot of the same words for people.
Complete truth.
Mm-hmm.
Bill DeMott wasn't like the strength trainer that would stand ringside and take pictures of female wrestlers' butts. That was someone else.
I think they kind of recreate that in one of the WWE games. You remember how he's like ringside during your matches? He's probably taking pictures of your butt. Probably.
Mine? So Byron, you didn't say which one would be your choice.
I would choose New Japan. I watch Lucha and I'll watch New Japan. So if we're gonna do a second one, I would do that. In the interest of the show, maybe perhaps we do some sort of female wrestling company just to have something that's much more different than just Lucha. But I don't know. I would pick New Japan because I like watching it. By the way, Jim, do you want to remind Justin who just won this huge J Cup tournament?
Yes, I guess. The winner,
Tanahashi, who I think is a big deal.
I think Tanahashi might be a big deal. The winner of the Super J Cup this year was the one and only.
Who did he submit?
No, this wasn't the Super J Cup. This is the New Japan Cup.
New Japan Cup. Sorry, my bad.
I was like, New Japan Cup. Zack Sabre Jr.
What?
How do you like that, you wanker?
Oh, yeah. Who's straight kilo now, dickhead?
I mean, I honestly feel like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich presents itself as a more credible wrestler than Zack Sabre Jr.
I just think that all of Justin's favorite wrestlers going over in a row is pretty interesting.
Oh.
That's all I'm saying.
Like who? Who else?
I don't want to say.
Oh, I guess some of them you can't say, huh?
Yeah, the good one.
Roman Reigns?
No, but you know what? So that's
Wow.
2 votes for New Japan against 5 for Wing.
Well, we can talk about who went over in that Apuestas match down in AAA.
Oh, yeah. Wait, did that actually have a finish? Because Vampiro talked so much that I never got to go off the air.
I know I saw
speaking-
footage of Vampiro, but I don't know if I saw the end of that match.
Yeah, I didn't see any hair.
Vampiro, I want to ask, did he ever release whatever his big news was going to be? Is this another work like the Mundo Taya thing or what?
I don't know if he did. I was waiting, and then the other day I was on Lucha Blog's Twitter, and it was just funny because I think he really tries to report on Vampiro seriously, and he tries so hard, but it's difficult.
It never comes off that way, but he really is
No.
trying to do that.
Look, I really appreciate Vampiro for many, many things. His sanity is not, however, one of them. But I mean, dude, when they did the Mundo thing for the first 2 days, it worked perfectly. You can't say it didn't. It had everybody going. It was totally worth it. It was super fun.
Yeah, no, that was amazing. The
You guys know
Mundo
why?
story,
Because
like,
it wasn't a work when it started, and it became one.
But
And
that's the best. I mean, that's the best way to do it. You
Definitely turned it into a work.
You work a shoot. Like, look, Taya had some legit issues going on, but at the same time, by the time Vampiro had started doing that, I'm pretty sure at this point that she had all of her stuff worked out. AAA was like, no harm, no foul. We'll let you do the TNA thing still. It's all good. Thanks for everything you've done. We're just going to try to go this other direction. We're going to try to restore Gabby and get what we need out of her, and it didn't work. So, you know,
that was a good investment in Sexy Star that they attempted.
And you know, it's great when they're just like, oh, you can still do TNA. Like, it's like, hey, you can still have AIDS.
Impact is doing better, I think.
Was that the day the DM died? I feel like that was one of those days.
It might have been.
I don't know, dude. I don't go online all that much anymore.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you there, man. Internet
Didn't
fame.
Sexy Star just have another fight?
Like a fake one or a real one? Or
A
like
professional boxing fight.
Did she break the wall?
I will say this, after watching Instagram today, I can tell you for a fact that Evilise has better footwork than Sexy Star.
Why,
Yeah, when
I
her
believe that.
broke.
And
But
that's
she's not running the turnbuckles.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's saying something. When you know how to turn your feet over, you know how to turn your hips over. That goes a long way.
You know what else goes a long way? Knowing what a 10 count is.
Hold up, wait a second. In the chat, I've been calling Andre Australian this whole time as a joke, and Crystal Fisher's really Australian. What the fuck?
We've got Aussie listeners. Oi.
Oi. Dude, that's awesome. I'm a huge Yahoo Serious fan. Is that
There you go. There you go. That is awesome. That is all. More points to Casey on that.
God.
Yes,
I literally
sir.
do own every Midnight Oil album. I will say that.
Oh my God, Yahoo Serious. Jesus Christ. I can't
own
believe
every
you brought
Yahoo
that shit
Serious
out.
movie?
Yes.
Criterion released Young Einstein yet? Fucking, is this gonna have to go on my list with just one of the guys in Encino Man? Is no fucking Blu-ray release? Come on.
It might.
I think I used to have a screener copy of what was that movie? Ned Kelly or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, that movie was badass with the guy from V for what was that? V for Vendetta.
You mean Freddy Krueger?
He was also Agent Smith in The Matrix. I can't remember his name.
No, not
Natalie
Freddy,
Portman.
Red Skull.
He,
The guy that stopped being the Red Skull because he's a whiny little bitch about makeup.
True. that just major props to Casey on that. Just bringing that up. That is some old school like Urban when he was a kid shit. Used to have the screener copy of that. Just insane.
Man, I don't know who half these fucking people are in the chat, man. And they're all.
You haven't been here. Well, how are you expecting to know people?
These are all our friends.
Hugo Weaving. Thank you, Zero Cool.
I'm a huge fan
Yes,
of
Hugo Weaving.
Andre Nichols. You know, It's great. I think Zeus King's banned from the show or something. Something about stinging.
Zeus King is awesome. Crystal Fisher is awesome.
Jay Brown, don't know who that. Oh, I'm sorry, Jay Bone, don't know who that is.
Jay Bone, he does another Lucha Underground podcast. Jay Bone rocks.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never. I don't watch other Lucha Underground podcasts.
He doesn't even watch this podcast, Jay Bone, so don't be offended.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rebecca for the
podcasts
SCTV reference.
Do you guys listen to other wrestling podcasts? I listen to the Bruce Pritchard podcast. I listen to the fucking Tony Schiavone podcast, which is going away now, and I'm sad. Tony Schiavone has the same sense of humor that I do. I never would have guessed, but that motherfucker and me would be best friends. It's amazing.
Just Tony Schiavone and his shows going, that's all the time we have for this week. We'll see you this week on Thunder.
He does every single week. He's got, we're out of time, blah, blah, blah. And he calls like a fake little like run-in and stuff like that. It's great. But that show's ending. He's going to stop doing it. But there's a whole archive that you can listen to. But yeah, they just did the one with the Doomsday Cage. They did a watch along where they did like commentary over it, which is
the one with Abdullah the Butcher.
No, the one with Hogan and Savage versus like 8 dudes, and one of them was Zeus.
The one at WCW on the first Uncensored.
It was that terrible.
It was the 4 Horsemen, and I don't even think it was the Dungeon of Doom yet. I think it was the Alliance to.
It was 2 of the Horsemen because Hogan wanted him in the match to get over on him because it was during the whole loose cannon thing, but he's like, "Fuck it, I got throat surgery, I can't go." So it was Anderson and Flair, and Flair's the one that took the pin. Luger, Dungeon of Doom. Jeep Swenson is the Ultimate Solution. They originally
changed that
Final Solution.
Yeah,
they had to change his name.
And Zeus as Z Gangsta.
Yeah.
And I think they called them the Alliance to End Hulkamania.
Which really, I think that's what the NAACP is called now. I'm just saying.
He's coming back. He's in negotiations with WWE again.
I know.
He has one more run.
That's not gonna happen, dude.
They're gonna make Roman champ. They're gonna find some minority, make them champ, and then Hogan's gonna leg drop them.
Wow.
What? Sorry, spoilers?
Yes.
He's from Tampa.
God, some people want to watch WrestleMania, Byron. Some people still subscribe to the network, Byron. God.
Or you're a sucker like
Turd Cuttergate. I'm sorry, that's funny, Zeus. I like Turd Cuttergate.
Hey,
we hear
Phoenix
about
and Pentagon.
Phoenix and Pentagon at All In.
Okay, can you guys see why that's a problem?
They're taking the first flight out that morning because they have the thing the day before.
Pentagon has gotten very used to being in 2 places at once.
Okay, so they're going to be at the Lucha Expo until All In is what you guys are saying. Because the Lucha Expo and All In are the same weekend.
Yeah, they're going to fly the morning of All In to All In. What could go wrong?
Did you guys hear about the other piece of news? Where the greatest wrestler of all time
commented? Are we all going All In or what?
Trump? Okay, so you know how like Biden and Trump have been talking about how they're going to like fuck each other up?
Yeah.
Terry Funk, the greatest wrestler of all time, he comes up and he says, you know, if those 2 were going to fight, it would be one shitty fucking thing to see. Well, you know what? I'll fight them both at the same time. And I'm 70 years old. Bring it on.
Hold on. Let me do the sound effects for his knees real quick.
Hold on. Let me walk towards you, Justin.
He just needs to throw the left hook. That's all.
Terry Funk would sugar hold both of those bastards.
If anyone has an extra cowboy hat or branding iron, hook me up because I don't have that shit for my Terry. He's incomplete. He's got his tabs, though. Yeah, look at that. Look at that shit. Look at that chat room.
Could you imagine Terry Funk grabbing Trump by his tidy whities and pulling him up for a Texas pile driver through a table?
Now, look, I'm honestly more
amazed
that Pentagon Jr., who has somehow found his way onto the Impact versus Lucha Underground card, because last I heard, Pentagon Jr. left AAA never to be heard from again.
Yeah.
I've not seen that wrestler in years now. I don't know who that wrestler even is now. Maybe they found someone else to be Pentagon Jr. Maybe Dorian hired somebody because, to my knowledge, Pentagon Jr. does not exist.
Pretty interesting. You know, I was supposed to be on that card, Justin, but my horse got sick.
Pentagram Jr.
Pentagram. Pentagram Jr. versus Phantasmo El Hijo.
I glanced at that earlier. I thought it was Pentagon Dark. I can't believe they fucked that up.
It says Pentagon Jr. The first release poster that came out says Pentagon Jr.
No, it absolutely does.
Okay, so Sammy Callahan caves in Eddie Edwards' face with a baseball bat, and it's Jeremiah Crane in the fucking I Quit match. What's up with that?
No, we talked about that last week.
I don't listen to the fucking show.
They have both of those posters out. One says Sammy, the other one says Jeremiah,
which is great.
What about Jeff Cobb?
You guys see the video on the spot yet?
What's that, Casey? Byron keeps talking about
him hitting him in the head with the bat. Like,
oh god, yeah.
How was that so fucked up?
Like, when we give out our Spot of the Year award, that's definitely a nominee for sure.
Can we nominate Matsunaga getting his head caught on fire in 1991 if it's new to some of our listeners that might be seeing it for the first time?
I'll take it under consideration.
That's good, because Mr. Pogo deserves some awards. He died, so posthumous.
All right, so here's what I got to do. I have to okay, so for those who weren't listening last week, a few of us we bid on this thing that benefited a local middle school wrestling program.
They bought my underwear on eBay, my tidy whities from beyond the mat when I woke up and said good morning to the camera.
No, that was Meatloaf, and those were Phantasma's underwear. Anyway,
I believe that. I believe.
So true. There's absolutely a locked drawer in Meatloaf's house that you never want to open. Like, if you ever go to England and you hang out with Meatloaf, that's fine. That's totally fine. He seems like a slightly well-adjusted serial killer these days. But there's a drawer that probably has some unwashed chones of El Hijo I can't even say it. Hijo Phantasma. The Phantom.
I want to wear the chocolate champ's face for my birthday.
No, everything is good. So, basically, we won these. We bid on. I shouldn't say won, because we paid actual money for them. I think we are the first people in history to legitimately buy tickets for Ultima Lucha through legal channels.
Oh, dude, wasn't there one of these auctions last year too?
Yeah, there were auctions at the other ones.
There was? Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, Josh Pillow went on one. He was like, "You guys, it's worth it."
Well, so we did that, and we got to see a few things, and I guess I will show you some of those things now. If
I mean, I think it's best to say that we saw a lot of things, but we can only show a few things.
And I think I've cultivated this list well enough now that I can actually show these. So,
is it a picture of Matanza posed like Shawn Michaels and Playgirl? Because I don't want to see it.
There was one of Jim that I almost posted that would have been a nightmare because I didn't realize who was standing in the background.
What's up? That's a handsome looking rabbit tribe, dude.
White, Byron.
Is that okay? Yeah, there you go.
Iridescent.
So Byron and I, not being the brightest Lucha Underground fans.
See, I got this joke. Did anyone else? Because this shit was funny.
I did.
Okay, good.
That's what I responded. LOL, like immediately. I was like, "That's great.
That's fucking funny."
So the joke was Byron and I came down the 5 this time, and we went around the long way. So we went past 4th Street, and as we were driving by, we were like, "Oh, that's Anderson." So we flipped a bitch. We went back, jumped out. We were actually very early for the show this day. So we ran back, jumped out of the car, and posed at the original temple. You can probably see the billboard up there, which is now the back wall of the VIP section. But this is the old Lucha Underground temple. So we went out there and we decided to stand right where you would be first in line.
Thanks for stopping by Little Tokyo like you guys said you were going to. It was great seeing
you. No, wait. First of all, I said, hey, if you're in Little Tokyo, come down and see us. I didn't say I was going to come see you guys. I'm way lazier than that. Are you kidding me?
We had stuff to do.
Okay.
I feel like if you're in Little Tokyo, there's way more entertaining things to do. It's just
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like buying fuck pillows. Yeah,
the jungle is the jungle still there?
Yeah, it is, dude.
Nice.
Urban knows about the fuck pillows.
Video game one that sells old Super Famicom games and shit. Like
is that little massage parlor still right upstairs from that?
Maybe.
God, I hope so. I gotta go back.
So I will also say that Byron got his money's worth pretty much right at the beginning. So EV-Dub came and grabbed us out of the VIP, and he was like, "Come on back." And they were we didn't take any pictures ringside or at the announcer's booth because the talent was all in there working out their spots for the day, and they were still lighting with the Ultima Lucha posters. That was pretty cool. We got to see a little bit of that. Camera department working out their moves with the talent and the refs and all the guys.
For what you guys paid, they should have done the moves to you.
Well, I'm glad they didn't. But so Byron right here pretty much got his wish right off the bat.
Oh,
that's me.
That's how we got the staph infection, because that was around Sexy Star's nasty ass waist.
Oh. Is that it? That's the one that did it?
That's the one that
Look at my sweet jacket, my little Letterman sweatshirt there.
That is a sweet jacket. Where the fuck is it, Byron?
It's somewhere in my closet right now.
Byron did decide to cash that in and challenge this guy.
Dude, my money's on Jim. He knows how to hold the fucking belt. Look at that.
I did not know how to hold belts.
Byron. You shouldn't have done that. Should have waited.
I did not know how to wear the belt, so I decided to wear it. I couldn't hold the shoulder. I couldn't do the shoulder thing. I'm not very good at that stuff.
You have bad shoulders. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, I do have a bad shoulder, except it's the other one. Byron marking out, holding yet another belt that he really wanted to just buy from EV-Dub right
I'm
there.
I'm surprised he didn't try running out the door and just hoping security wasn't packing that day.
Yeah. And then this little prop popped up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And the sad thing about this is the interesting thing that EV-Dub told us was that this literally had hair in it still a week before, which
it probably has the sandwich.
Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
nice.
That would have been 634-day-old hair at that point. Just if anyone's counting,
and at least 75% was pube that the crew just threw in there as a joke.
Oh, gross.
Why is Urban shaking his head yes to that?
We ran into some talent in some secret areas backstage and some hidden crevices. Willie Mack and some guy. I don't even know who this other guy was. He just
that guy's fucking ripped though, dude. Look at that guy.
Who's the tallest person there? That's pretty cool.
That is frightening that TJ Miller is the tallest guy in the shot.
I'm towering over everyone.
Now, the cool thing is this picture is actually great because if you look behind this particular individual here, who's quite an individual, you see some little boxes and some things over here. These are part of the sets for season 4. And luckily you're just seeing the outside of them. It's no spoiler. You can't actually see inside them. We got to see all of those sets and they are friggin' sweet.
Bullshit, dude. I see some green. You guys are fucking banned. I see the color green.
Green screen room.
Clearly great plans that they had for Jack Evans during this season because he wears green.
Yeah, so does PJ Black.
Yeah, but dude, look.
So does Angelico.
You know what? Okay, as long of those 3, one's in Europe for as long as he wants, and the other one's not Jack Evans, so I don't care. Because
Fit Finley wears green.
Who?
Fit Finley.
Well, he's not in Lucha Underground.
Spoilers, just
he likes to fight.
He's in Lucha Underground. Oh, I met Finley.
No, I'm just saying you're talking about green.
Yeah.
What a fit.
Anyway, the cool thing about it is, so
it would be dope.
It's not a spoiler to tell you about the setup. They have a giant room in this new warehouse where they have all these sets lined up, and really they just have to bounce from one to another with the cameras. It looks like a very, very convenient setup for filming.
Nice.
And I will
like
say,
a soap opera setup or a sitcom setup.
Yeah, it is very much like a sitcom setup. And they do have a new office there. We got to see the new office. We will tell you nothing about the new office other than there is a new office. and it is EV-Dub says it's actually a little bit bigger than the other one, which surprised me because I thought it was pretty damn small. And they managed to get some nice wide shots in the old
Lies. There's
These
no
wide
way
fences.
the office is any bigger. It's a you remember the drawer.
Yeah.
The drawer in the original office was like a portal to some other like bank vault. There's no way. This is lies. This doesn't even no way this is true. This is all
Urban
bullshit.
shook.
Byron, the I Love John was such a good
Taking it old school.
that almost killed me. Okay, Justin, I see other pictures of mannequins. What's up with that?
Let me get to that for you. I just have to find that window again.
Justin's trying to hide his fucking dick pics in the camera roll, and it's not.
I am.
There's one of them.
Oh, it's some person that doesn't exist in King Cuerno.
I can confirm that this particular mannequin did not have any chonies underneath these ring tights. So, in fact, Meatloaf may have made it to the temple at some point.
I already bought them. All me savings.
What a mark.
Oh,
Oh, we got some Cobra Moon stuff.
Yeah,
those are cool outfits.
A couple of different ones there.
That's from the Vignette outfit that she didn't end up wearing.
This is more elaborate than you would think. The
that's
Mariposa wings.
That's pretty awesome right there, man.
That's Mariposa. Okay,
yeah, that's Mariposa's outfit. And
maybe they should put the girl clothes on a girl mannequin. What the fuck?
It is a look at that. All right.
Yeah, maybe.
It's just not very sexy.
And then
I feel like they should have had like actual people wearing this.
These are just a couple of guys that stopped by to hang out with us. I don't know exactly what they were doing there.
Johnny Mundo tried dressing up like like Mil Muertes right there.
Look how happy Justin is right now that AR Fox is touching him.
Yeah, dude, AR Fox is the shit, and this other person that I don't know who that is.
She was cheering very loudly for us. So
yeah,
she was cheerleading. Cheerleading a lot, I would say.
Yeah.
Actually, she used to manage the Ballard Brothers, and it was the shit. I fucking love the Ballard Brothers.
Take note of the season 1 Mil Muertes pajamas.
I know it's the pajama pants, which is the reason why I really love this picture more than anything. This is sitting out in front, but it is never worn. This is just. Like, I guess they just put this mannequin up for shits and giggles because it never gets.
Well, look how he's posed.
Yeah. And this is actually pajama pants number 2 because the first ones were solid blue, I believe, right? And then it went to the striped pajama pants, and then it went
stripes. And then that mask doesn't look like it was ever used because I don't remember those silver side things on the mask, Byron.
Yes. Season 1.
No, he wore this when he came out in the suit, didn't he? Isn't this his mask that he wears when he's in the full suit?
I'm pretty sure I have that mask somewhere.
The very first one.
Aztec Temple on the side from season 2.
There were, in fact, some actual luchadors hanging out in the back that we got to say hi to. And this is right next to their practice ring. We didn't get any shots of the actual practice ring because they were working out matches at the time with talent that hasn't debuted on television yet. So we couldn't really take any pictures there. But
and the MMM show does not post pictures on social media of people without their masks on.
Look at this guy.
Except for maybe Mariposa, but okay.
You know. So yeah, this guy came by,
honking up the Animo symbol right in Phoenix's face.
all of us, like 4 fuck
Jim's
ups.
Is good. Jim's is good. He's got
Jim's
it.
Is not good. That's not quite right.
He's doing a diamond cutter.
Yeah.
No, that's not the fucking diamond cutter. This is the fucking diamond cutter. Come on.
So regardless, it was super nice. And Phoenix was back there without his mask on, and
Justin's like this, it's like animals.
I just did the point. I knew I would fuck it up, so I just did the point. That's always safe.
That's not my wrestling pose is always the fucking strong arm. That's what you got to do. You got to get the strong style arm in there.
I just think it was
fucking Sonny Chiba, man.
It was really awesome. We came up to Phoenix, and Eric was with us, and Phoenix was kind of like, "Who are these guys?" And we were all like, "Oh, we're friends with Meatloaf." And he was like, "Oh, you guys are great. Let me go get my mask."
Wait, how do you turn Japanese, Justin?
What are you talking about? I wasn't doing an accent. That was my accent.
God, that's almost as good as the Tejano impression.
No, the Tejano is much better.
Is that part of our best of MMM show clip? The Tejano?
Me doing Tejano. Chinga tu madre!
Fucking terrible.
He's Japanese too.
Yeah.
Christ. Speedy
Japanese is the only foreign language I speak, guys.
Konnichiwa.
And I learned it from Yoshihiro Tajiri.
Fuck,
I learned it from
Spanish
Fire Pro.
is impeccable, man. That guy fucking speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
Legit.
Okay, so this one has a great story.
Oh, that's
because,
dope.
Well, this was almost the moment that you would have really been mad that you weren't there for, Casey. So Eric says he's got an assignment for us. Eric Van Wagenen says, I've got an assignment for you guys. And we're like, sure, boss, put us in. What do you need? He's like, well, I want to film.
This isn't gonna suck itself.
He said, well, that was going to be what we had to do to make this happen. So He says, I've got this thing I want you guys to do for the show. I want to film something with you. And we're like, sweet. He's like, we're going to do it at intermission of Ultima Lucha 4. So basically the plan was for us to be the guys sneaking into the temple here and this to have like a Lucha Underground logo on it. This is a part of the temple that most people can't see. It's on the backside of the building by the fence on the alleyway. So this was going to be the entrance, and I'm sure that somebody will be in that shot, probably some PAs and crew now, because we were not able to do it thanks to the fact that the first half of Ultima Lucha ran long as fuck.
Hey,
it's funny because while you guys were doing that, I actually went down there and I shot that scene.
Well, they didn't shoot it at all that night because basically it went so long that it went into dark and there was no time to shoot it that day. So, which really sucks because you would have seen us in the top of the show for every episode. But this is a little bit of a spoiler and a sneak glimpse at what might be part of the opening credits with probably some PAs pretending to be the MMM show crew.
No, it's
those
great.
motherfuckers.
They got murdered by Matanza. You might have been saved.
Yeah,
that was our spot. God damn it!
I mean, you would look, and if you were there, Urban, they would not have even asked us.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be so dope when it's guys that vaguely look like you, like the Slim Jim commercial. Like,
oh my god!
Well, I can tell you,
yeah, it's exactly.
Because Stolman is not on Lucha Underground season 4.
What?
That is confirmed.
Last time I checked, he was doing something with MTV.
I heard he got signed by Aero Lucha. No, I just made that up.
Wow. We're going to talk about Aero Lucha in a minute, even though Meatloaf is not here.
Oh, dude, we should save it for when he's on. He's got a lot to say.
Hey, Byron, I thought you were going to fix this picture. This picture looks terrible.
Me?
God, your Photoshop skills are horrible.
I fixed it, but I posted it on my Facebook. So
and didn't give it to the rest of us, asshole.
And this is when you guys were possessed by the Aztec gods. What the fuck?
So yeah, this is in the actual VIP lounge. Like I said, the old billboard is the wall in VIP.
Jim literally reenacting the end of Thriller.
Those cat contacts are really hard to put in.
We got free mill contacts in the back. Actually, that did happen. Didn't somebody actually get mill contacts?
Yeah, DJ tossed them to me, so I'm like, all right, cool.
Nicely done. So anyway, that's Eric Van Wagenen. A lot of people don't know what he looks like. Now you can bug him at shows and piss him off.
Yeah,
how do they not know? They watch the show. He's on our show.
He's
on
a
lot of people just listen to the audio version.
I guess they'd see this picture then.
Segment for the audio audience, Justin.
Byron, I mean, I'm on the show. People don't recognize me, so
this is true. This is a terrible segment for the audio
I
version.
know.
Anyway, this is a picture of
you,
us with Eric Van
Wagening.
Can somebody say his name?
Wagening. I do Terry Funk voices and talk about Spidey's for the audio audience.
Eric Wags.
Eric Van Wagenen.
Yes, the Contenders own Eric Van Wagenen because he has moved on to that fine show. And if you are ever there, I can confirm to J-Man that there were in fact chicken wings, but I chose bagel bites.
You bastard!
Yeah,
fucking sellouts, even eating the bagel bites. Jesus Christ!
Oh,
this is some random hot chick that just came up to us and wanted to take a picture.
Dude. Oh my god! You lucky sons of bitches!
Yeah, I know. All the hot girls want to. I heard she's got a man though, and I think he's some guy named Brian. I hear he's a pretty cool dude, but
I heard he's awesome, dude.
I wouldn't fuck with that guy. I would not fuck with that guy.
Yeah, I don't think I would fuck with Brian either.
Oh, for shouting out to Brian.
I hear he runs a wrestling promotion down in Texas somewhere too, Sabotage or something. So I wouldn't want to mess with Brian Cervantes.
That's awesome because I'm going to be close to Texas somewhere at some point.
You gotta hook up with him. You gotta hook up with him.
Are you gonna be in Amarillo, Texas? Or are you gonna visit the Double Cross Ranch?
Well,
I've
you know I will.
Time in Amarillo.
Byron, your mother's a whore.
Jesus Christ.
She's not. I can confirm she is not. Your mother's quite nice. Your father likes to talk, but your mother.
My parents.
Your mother is very nice.
No, look, Urban, for the record, she only said no to you because I kind of broke her in half. So I apologize. Next time I'll save some for you.
My parents are nice people, and you say I would appreciate it.
Look, speaking of nice people, I am a CM Roach guy. That is the Truth or Dare writer.
I have Chris Roach news, ladies and gentlemen.
Chris Roach, right there. All right, what's your Chris Roach news?
Dude, you're back in the wrong team, man.
I subscribe to the great Horror Hound magazine. Horror, not whore. No.
Whorehounds.
Whorehounds.
I love those.
There is a great feature on Truth or Dare in this month's issue, the one with the Pacific Rim cover. They interviewed the director and co-writer because I guess the other writer was busy doing Lucha Underground or something, or Big Brother or something. But huge article on Truth or Dare. Starts page 20, Horror Hound magazine. You can find it at Barnes & Noble. Read up on Chris Roach's new movie before you see it. Woo!
Now, I will say this. The theatrical version
is PG-13.
It's PG-13. But I have heard, I have a few friends that were in the movie as well. And they were at the cast.
Oh, look who knows everyone.
The cast screening. Yeah, I didn't drop any names. I didn't say who it was.
I have friends in all the places.
Yeah, and then you put them in your movies, and then they never speak to you again. And there's nothing I can do about that.
I don't know. Zach did another one.
Who's throwing up? Is somebody throwing up down there in that one picture?
Well, yeah, I think Justin should explain that.
Oh, I'll explain this one. But anyway, so Truth or Dare, I'm still going to go see it in the theater. I hear it's still pretty scary, but I hear that the MA R-rated, NC-17 rated director's cut version or whatever that's going to be on the DVD is going to be a little more gruesome.
Yeah, I heard it has actual penetration, and that's why it's NC-17, Justin.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
It's not NC-17. It would have been an R, but it
just would have been an R.
PG-13 instead. But you know what? There are some good PG-13 horror movies. Don't let that steer you away.
Yeah, and don't hold it against Roach either, because clearly he wrote a very sick and twisted, fucked up script that they had to take things out of to make it palatable for teenagers.
Oh, I'm sure there were like 50 fuck dungeon scenes like season 2 of Lucha Underground.
Have we ever confirmed that he was the writer of most of the fuck dungeon material?
I don't know. He stole it all from me, man. Stole it all from me.
Mr. Roach, if you were in fact the guy that wrote all of those sick and twisted and demented, awful things that should have never been on television that we loved so much, you have to confirm it. So we'll make Roach come on the show and play confirm or deny one of these days.
No, we want to talk to him about Truth or Dare, dude. We got to get him on before that.
That's the plan. That's the plan, is to hopefully sometime in the next couple of weeks here before Truth or Dare premieres on Friday the 13th, April 13th. That hopefully maybe we can get CM in here for at least a couple of minutes. And
that's not hard to remember, folks. Friday the 13th. Okay.
Yes.
Come on.
I was born on a Friday the 13th.
That's not entirely surprising.
He was such a special boy.
Yeah, he was. Wait, who, me? Yeah, definitely.
Definitely special.
So this, we have to say happy birthday, Mallory.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mallory. And I believe she's in the chat.
Yay. Happy birthday, Mallory. So this was the Mil Machete's Mallory taco stand at Ultima Lucha 4. He was hooking it up. No, he's not hacking up a lung. He's just covering his face because, you know, that's what luchadors do.
Keep it kayfabe.
Keep it kayfabe. Keeping it real. I think you guys have seen most of this stuff.
I don't know what he looks like.
Lots of costumes.
I've never seen him.
This is a great costume.
Oh, Dragon Azteca.
Love it. and your trios champions. That's a small version. I don't know.
Man, not one of you motherfuckers played the air guitar like the Hulkster with the belt. Come on.
Like Colorado.
If you ever wanted to know who really runs the show at Lucha Underground, it's these guys in the back on the call telling people
sitting
what
in
to do.
DJ seat.
Oh God, no wonder all the finishes are fucked up and the wrong person wins all the time.
I'm in the Roach seat and Jim's in the Stolman seat, and he doesn't even have a job anymore, so I don't know what that says about Jim.
It's funny he fucked up the finish Ultima Lucha Dos.
Well, you know.
That was for J-Man, actually, because we had a thing. Hashtag King Sid.
Oh, there's the better one with the belts there. And as you can see, I clearly do not know how to shoulder a belt.
He's like, this is too heavy.
You'll learn one day. Not everyone is born a champ. Some people have to learn how to.
There was a certain professional wrestler standing right behind us too that has held many belts who was laughing at me and will never let me live that down.
It does look like you're trying to put a purse on your shoulder.
The only person holding that belt right was Jimmy. Just saying.
Why? What are you talking about?
Jimmy is the only one that goes to the gym regularly. He's the only one that should be holding a belt the right way.
How am I not holding the belt right?
It's backwards. It's backwards.
Yeah, yours is you got to turn the face around, Byron.
A couple other little interesting ones for you. I think
Dario.
I think everybody knows who that guy is.
I would put that on my wall right now.
Here's a great one. That wrestler that was laughing at me is actually behind Jim's head. I don't know if anyone can figure it out.
Yeah, I purposely I was like, I posted this one. Not
there is a version of this picture where you can see who that particular guy is. But if you know how stylish and formidable he is, look at his shoes.
I could tell who it is by the shoes. That's funny. These are some dope ass shoes, man. Oh, dude, I just ordered shoes just like that. That's amazing.
I don't know if you can really see him well, but
Homeboy's got a Zulily account like me because I just ordered those same shoes. They're on the way.
So
that's a nice set of shoes.
That is a spoiler you were getting. Jim's
they're called
Byron's work boots, and
look at my boots.
Particular timely pair of fashionable shoes.
Yeah, it's called a monk strap, Justin.
So anyway, danger, restricted area. Don't go back there. And that's where the control room is. And the control room, by the way, for Lucha Underground, frigging huge and amazing. For a show of this size with this budget, it's pretty rare to see a control room like that. Oh, and by the way, it was St. Patrick's Day. Please note the Modelo.
I could tell it just from the fucking foil around the top.
We had all of them. We didn't quite put them out of business like we had planned to because of the amount of time we spent on the tour and hanging out backstage.
And the amount of times we had to leave to go pee.
Yeah. Now
you should have hired the Hills. We would have put them out of business.
I will also say that we went to the after party, which was a very interesting story. We did not take any photographs because in previous years, people have taken photographs at the after party, and that was almost cause for us to not get into the after party in the first place. In fact, we were told no, and then we were allowed in a little bit later, though. I think we were told no because there were still a lot of other folks around, so I think they just didn't want to make people mad, but we were allowed in, and we bought the tickets to the damn VIP, so I don't feel bad about it at all.
But even before we fully got into the after party, we found ourselves in the writers' room.
That is true. Well, no, we went into the after party and then we went back to the writers' room.
Quickly. We were at the party for a little bit, then we went straight to the writers' room. That's where the good stuff.
I'll tell the real story because I think DJ would appreciate this story being told.
DJ was like, "You guys have any good ideas for season 5?"
No, that's not what happened at all.
He's like, "I need help."
He never wanted to get
on a glass table while a man lays under it.
What? Yeah.
Oh my god,
that happened. No, the real story is we were all at the party. Eric was there, DJ was there. We were talking to a few of the talent, and we looked around and we're like, okay, it's St. Patrick's Day. Let's have some cocktails. And everything was like sangria and like margaritas and like fruity flavored drinks with no real booze in them. And DJ just looked around and he was like, this isn't going to work, guys. Let's go to my office. So because DJ is a real man and he is really the true leader at Lucha Underground, and we appreciate him. He
as far as the eye could see.
Wine cooler Meltzer.
Some Bartles and James up in that bitch.
Thank God that was not even the case. We went back to the office and out came the Yager and the tequila and what else was back there?
Did you say Yager? What the hell is Yager?
Jaeger.
I'm gonna get this man some Pacific Rim. Jesus Christ!
I know Jagers, and Kaigus.
There's definitely the Jameson and the Baileys and the Guinness.
Oh
and,
shit! Jameson,
and Jimmy would know these things. Jimmy is the only one that had all of those.
What happens when I podcast with a bunch of guys that started watching wrestling in 2013? No one gets my Jameson jokes.
I got it.
No, I know who Jameson is.
Yeah, well, you guys should have fucking popped for it if you got it.
Just don't listen to you.
Ever.
I think the Berserker killed him once. He threw him off a building.
So I can't tell you what was discussed in that back room, though digging underground was one of those things.
Those bastards!
Why did I get blocked for that?
That was also where the conversation where DJ was like, oh, of course I would have flown Urban out. I would have paid for his ticket. I would have bought him beers, Ubers, food, everything. That was also where that conversation went down.
DJ will do a lot for you. I'm just saying. DJ is a good man. He's a good man.
He's a good dude.
He is a good man. He's a great thecophiliac. And I would shake his hand right now, but I know where it's been.
I will say at this point, DJ and I have absolutely no heat.
He follows you still.
Give me a moment. I'll get you some.
No, don't get me any heat. Me and DJ are good.
You sure about that, Justin?
Over the whole sexy star thing. We've moved on.
I heard about that you might be a little mad about. I don't know.
No, he knows that I'm very supportive of all of his efforts this season. They worked really, really hard.
So you're basically saying A for effort. You're one of those moms right now?
Oh my God.
No, DJ knows that I will give it to him straight. He knows that I will tell him if I think something is
no, that's something.
This is getting weird. Getting weird right now. You're gonna give
joking aside, dude. He knows that if we don't like something, we'll give him shit about it, which is why our podcast rules and other podcasts kind of suck a dick.
That's why the Last Row Hills died, actually, because we were fucking pandering. I'm just saying. Casey knows what's up.
I heard that you guys were like fucking eating bagel bites on air and shit. It was terrible.
I
poor decisions.
right now.
Dude,
poor decisions.
Get out of some bagel bites right now. I actually have real pizza in the fridge. I don't need bagel bites. Why?
I'm on my way, Casey. On my way. I'm gonna come.
They don't sponsor my podcast. You know what I'm saying?
I do have to say, thank you to Eric for hooking that whole thing up and actually taking the time. Because honestly, I thought what was going to happen is we're going to win, and Eric's going to be like, you guys already know what the fuck's going on. Get out of here. Go away. Just give me your money and leave. But he totally hooked us up, and then hanging out with DJ and Roach and some of the other awesome, talented performers of Lucha Underground after the show.
It was awesome really cool. If he just handed you guys vests and made you be the parking lot monitors for the rest.
I will say this: there was a certain performer that lost buckets of blood that night that showed up to the after party, and to that particular performer, I'm just going to say thank you for a most entertaining season. And I can't wait for everyone else out there to see what you gave all of us that day and throughout the whole season. I think that this one particular performer above everyone else, as much as I like everyone else, is going to be the breakout star from this season. I think everyone knows. I think everyone knows last season it was Dante Fox. This season, you guys have something to look forward to. And I honestly think even as great as the Ultima Lucha Quattro match for this person was, that they have a moment that is bigger, that's going to actually come earlier, and that is a absolute star-making turn wrestling-wide. It has nothing to do with even just Lucha Underground. I think this is the kind of performance and the kind of moment that people will be talking about for a long time, and will make this particular performer a star forever. And you can read about it in spoilers all you want. It ain't going to mean shit, because when you see it, it's going to be so much more impactful than anything that you could read. So fuck the spoilers, wait for the show. And when this person goes over, you're gonna fucking pop.
And from who I think it is, and I haven't even been really reading spoilers except people that fucking thrust them upon me.
That's me.
Yeah, that person will, yeah.
Upon
no
Casey.
Spoilers except for the fact that I forget that Casey is in our direct message sometimes, and I spoil shit for Casey. I'm so sorry, Casey.
Yeah, it's great. I really, really wanted the surprise when Sid showed up, and you guys fucked it up for me.
Yeah, but it was not on the show. Sid just showed up as a fan and was choke slamming other fans. It was cool, but it wasn't part of the show.
I want to fist bump Sid so bad, you guys.
Oh my god,
on the inside, but no. If it's who I think it is, Justin, I think that this is really good timing for that person.
I hope so.
Well, I think one of the cool things about Lucha Underground is that every season you have at least one person who has that kind of a thing. I mean, the first season, obviously, Pentagon.
And second season, I would say. Well, Matanza too, since he's fucking won over, but yeah.
Well, Pentagon was supposed to be like one of the four, like with Aerostar, Phoenix, Drago, and by the time it was like halfway through or the season was over, season one, Pentagon was the biggest thing that wasn't signed to WWE. But you have, I think in all the other seasons, you have just the wrestlers are given opportunities. The personalities, like Dario, is given opportunities to impress the fans, and they make their names, and it's very exciting. There was what Justin's talking about. I wasn't there. Like, I know what happened because I was there at the beginning and the end, but I wasn't there for the actual match.
Let's just keep bragging over here. Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying, it is one of those things where I'm looking forward to actually seeing what happened.
Well, and honestly, you're in a good position, Byron, because you know enough. You were there for enough of it to be excited about the good stuff, but you also missed some of the big stuff. So there's still like great moments to be excited for seeing.
Yeah.
Like, I think there was definitely some breakout talent this season. And I think you're going to be, there's a lot of Lucha Underground people who returned, a lot of returning characters that really took this opportunity. I think that they knew what this season was all about for them. And I think you're going to really enjoy seeing it. I mean,
I hope my boy Jack Evans fucking breaks out, because he's like the last one I've been holding out for to have something good happen. And I really
I will say this without any spoilers. I enjoyed what Jack did this season.
I enjoy what Jack does all the time.
Like, I'm enjoying his tweets right now about video games.
Always watch.
I enjoy jacking it all the time, and then Jack Evans in video games, he's not any better than me. That motherfucker can just, come get it.
Shit. Sounds like a challenge.
Come get it.
Challenge is laid down.
It's still here, man. That challenge has been laid down since season 2.
Let's get a Twitch stream going.
Look, I will say this.
I want to talk.
Go ahead.
I want to talk about Twitch. We all were. I was telling you about Twitch. You all know this. I was talking about Twitch as far as a legitimate, outlet for wrestling podcasts and whatnot. And then you got AAA that comes in and starts streaming their fucking shows on Twitch. I'm ahead of the game, ahead of the curve.
Urban's ahead of the game.
It's there, man. And as far as your VIP experience, let me just go a little heel. The heels.
Here we go.
The heels didn't have to pay to fucking get backstage and sit in the control room and hold the belts. And even though that didn't happen, but at the same time, with the heels didn't have to pay. I'm just glad you guys supported a worthy cause. Charity is good. I'm really proud. Yeah, definitely.
Wrestling charity or something like that. It was to help a wrestling
high school wrestling team, I think, is what y'all supported.
Yeah,
not sure. I don't keep up with everything, but heels never had to pay for it. Let's just keep that in check. Keep the character in check. Yeah.
Well, I will say this. I have been backstage a few times this particular season, but there was no way in hell they were going to let me back there with Byron without paying money. It's just that simple.
Nobody would. Nobody in their right mind would let you backstage with Byron.
You know, I fucking brought Vanilla Ice to the show. Did you guys hear about that?
Every episode since.
I keep hearing about it. I just keep hearing about it.
Yeah, you guys want to see an original 1984 Masters of the Universe Hot Wheels I just got?
That's cool.
Today? Fuck
You
yeah.
probably sell it to a DJ for like $300.
I'm probably gonna apply for Stolman's job.
$300 for this extremely rare 1984 Hot Wheels Masters of the Universe car.
It's probably worth more.
How do we get Stolman's job?
Anyway, so let me just say this. Go ahead.
You know how you get Stolman's job? You don't show up for a podcast interview. Bang. Boom.
Bingo. Never showed up for ours either, brother.
I don't think he knows what the internet is. So that's...
I think him and AR Fox are sending telegraphs to each other about it right now.
What about Jack, who doesn't even have like a permanent cell phone?
Hey, AR Fox has a Twitter now, and he does actually use it maybe once a week. So that is definitely a step in the right direction.
Jack Evans does things the old-fashioned way on a fucking computer, okay?
You know what? You know what needs to happen? Some hottie needs to slide into AR Fox's DM, and that will change everything for him. Then he'll start using it all the time. But short of that, I don't think AR is going to give a fuck.
Idea for a new show.
You're the Urban. Get in there.
Yeah, exactly. Idea for a new show: Catfish Wrestlers. Here we go.
Oh shit. Okay.
How do you think I get guests on this podcast?
Oh yeah, dude. I'll act like I'm 12 and catfish Jerry Lawler. Let's do it.
This is the thing I want to say about season 4, real quick.
He's a baby banger.
15-year-olds, remember?
Back on a serious note, this being kind of a Lucha Underground podcast, these are the things I want to say about season 4 without spoiling anything. Some of the returning talent, I'm very, very happy with what they did with the time they were given. I think that Cobra Moon, Daga, and Vinny Massaro and a couple of these other performers that we've grown to love, but haven't necessarily seen as much as we wanted to. I think they did really good work with their time.
Mandel, woo!
I'm never putting Ricky over. I didn't. If he was even at Lucha Underground this season, I don't even think I noticed. But I'll put over those guys. I'll put over Mariposa and Marty the Moth. I think those guys are still super awesome. And I think the new talent coming in, you're gonna see some new people get over. It's gonna be surprising.
Yeah, I was really impressed and did not expect to see what I saw from some of that talent.
I would say that there are 4 brand new talent that I wholeheartedly welcome at Lucha Underground. Hope they stick around forever. Maybe even 5. Now that I think about it, because a couple of them came in a little later than others.
How many of those are Sid? How many people does he count as? He's pretty big.
One of those is Sid.
Okay.
It should at least be 5.
Yeah, it's the man, the master, the ruler of the world. # King Sid.
But I'm very excited about it. Now, how the public reaction goes to some of those new talent coming in, that's going to be the thing that I'm most interested to see. I think it's going to be the big story of the year. I listen to Ariel Helwani's podcast, and he's always talking about what's going to be the MMA story of the year. I think one of the big wrestling stories of the year is going to be what the public reception and reaction is to some of these new debuting talents. Because I can tell you in the temple, some of them went over the second they walked through the door, and most of them with good reason. But I can also say that I think the reaction from the general public may be mixed to a couple of those, and I think that even in the temple to a few of those, it became very mixed over time.
Honestly, what I have to say is if they were mixed in the temple, it's a bunch of noob fans that can eat shit, and also the general public can eat shit unless they're listening to our show. But I think the real big story is that I'm gonna get so many people to watch Wing that it's going to make a comeback, and I'm going to get to
Well, post the URL. Where's the URL where people can find this stuff, Case?
Dude, I'm not fucking typing shit. Just look up W*ING. Oh, which reminds me, fucking PlayStation app for YouTube is bullshit. There's no star symbol on the little keyboard, so I can't search for Wing on my fucking PlayStation. What's up with that? YouTube piece of shit. It's WSTARING.
So
hook up a keyboard.
Mr. Krabs has the ultimate question of the evening that I think we should broach.
My favorite ring wrestler is Jason the Terrible, Mr. Krabs. Thank you for asking.
He's asking, do we think Sexy Star will be in season 4?
How do you pronounce the word think with a Y?
I am not allowed to answer this question because I was, in fact, at every taping, and I know the answer to this question, so I can't answer Mr. Krabs.
I can answer this question. I can answer the question because I wasn't anywhere near the fucking temple. No.
I like that answer. I can't confirm or deny that that's the right answer, but I like that answer.
You know,
it's probably not the right answer, but I'm just going to say no anyway because she's too busy beating everybody's ass in real life.
So there you go. Urban Thanks. That's think with a Y.
Exactly. It's Urban Thanks. No.
How do you spell that many words wrong, Krabs? Are you trying?
Why are you so mean
have you ever used the phone with a fucking touch keyboard? It's horrible. It's fucking horrible. There's no fucking haptic feedback.
Mr. Krabs, I want you to answer this honestly, and it will just completely depend on how nice we are to you in the future. Sting or The Undertaker, Mr. Krabs?
Oh my God! You better answer this question right.
Well, here's the thing. Mr. Krabs says that Sexy Star is unsafe. I will say this. She's not unsafe because for her to be able to do anything to you, you have to actually give her your arm. And unless you're lying there and actually giving her your arm, then there's no way she's going to be able to hurt you. But when you're in the hold of a move where she's not supposed to do something stupid and then she purposely does something stupid, that's a different story. So...
Oh wow!
Sexy Star, I wouldn't say it's unsafe.
That's a preview picture for this week's show. Just saying.
You're the preview.
Okay, Mr. Krabs, you're cool in my book. You said Undertaker is better than Sting. Thank you.
Did he spell? Did he spell it with a Y?
No, that's wrong. Krabs is wrong. Krabs is wrong. Sting's the best all the way. Undertaker.
Oh, he's just trolling now because he knows I banned Meatloaf for life from this podcast.
Named Sting.
You take note that Meatloaf is not here tonight and was afraid to show up because Casey is here.
Actually, you know why Meatloaf's not here? Because he's floating down the river Thames for pissing me off one too many times.
It's pronounced Thames.
I'm not fucking.
Wow.
Was I doing?
Meatloaf is too busy watching King Ralph
I don't
right now.
pronounce it correctly unless I'm talking about Poppy or how I want to wear Phantasma's skin for my birthday. Okay. Yeah.
I'm for this.
Jim, Byron, what did you guys think of Ultima Lucha 4?
It ran too damn long. I mean,
so
there were a lot of
Ultima Lucha snore, Jim.
I
won't say that. Here's my biggest issue with the fact that it was running long is that the match that came right before the intermission was straight fire, and it might also be the most I've sat down through an entire match the entire year. And
yeah, that was an incredible match, and everyone was exhausted and yawning. And
I know for a fact the agents were ticked about how long the first half ran. There were spots blown. There were people that went over their time. There were people that, did spots that they weren't supposed to do. Like
it's cool because one of those agents that was probably pissed off ruined a fucking AAA pay-per-view doing the same thing. So,
but I mean, it like on TV, don't get me wrong. I don't see any flaws at all with what you're going to get on TV. I think the problem was 100% in the room. I think it just ran too long. There was a few things that were a little clunky, and I don't think the performers didn't put in. And in fact, honestly, part of the problem might have been the fact that the performers put in too much. Like everybody wanted their match to be the big shit. And the simple fact of the matter is there's only so much time on TV. That shit's going to get cut down. And, younger performers that are coming out of the indies at times you need to know your role. You need to know your place. You need to know where you fit in. And you know, I only have so much room to talk because I'm not one of them. But at the same time, even as a fan and a fan who knows quite a bit about wrestling, I can tell you that clearly that front half of that show was not supposed to run like it did.
And plus,
it just wasn't.
You've watched enough shows live and then seen the actual version that we get on TV to know what gets cut from these matches now.
Yeah.
And it's all like, true. Oh, this mat work's not going to be on TV.
I mean, they cut the whole fucking segment of me beating fucking Hernandez's ass. Grape nuts, that son of a bitch.
Baby nuts.
Grape nut. I'm gonna call them grape nuts because I don't like that cereal. But
a grape nut is actually smaller than a baby nut, so that's actually pretty offensive.
Yeah.
They cut the whole segment of me whipping his ass all the way up them stairs out. So I mean, yeah, stuff gets edited out.
Justin, you're in the demo of people that eat grape nuts. How do you feel about them?
I actually like them now. And it is a product of age. They are still.
I had blueberry this morning.
They're very hard to see, though.
Is it because you need fiber?
I do. I eat plums and grape nuts.
Old man.
I'm that old.
Justin just has giant.
I feel you.
Not to get DJ listening to this part of the podcast, but giant logs from Justin.
You know what, though, Byron? Now that I think about it, and Jim, I think we have every right to complain to talent that was in the first half of that show about that, because they literally cost us our spot in the show.
Oh shit, you got Diva'd. Oh my god, the Undertaker Diva'd you. That's great.
We got bumped because talent diva'd out, and you know, we got screwed.
Because they don't know how to work a TV match.
So you guys are basically Lucha Underground's Cameron and Naomi to their Undertaker and shit, what match was it? It
was Damian Sandow and it was Rhodes Scholars and someone else versus
there was one that was a big thing on Total Divas too.
Yeah, that was the match. It was because I think they were fighting like Brodus Clay and someone else, so they were supposed to be out there.
Oh yeah, the Funkadactyls were coming out with Brodus. Yeah. That's right.
But look, I will say, Alexis is saying I didn't see anything wrong with the show. She loved the whole show. And don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is that there wasn't anything wrong with any specific match. There's just a certain timing and way matches are supposed to go. It's not like anybody really went into business for themselves. Everybody was trying to put on a good match. All the talent was working together great. It's just, if it's going to go that long, then production should have planned in another intermission because the crowd died on them. Yeah. It ran too long. It's going to be hard to edit for television because they're going to have to cut out so much stuff. And it just simply wasn't what was intended, I don't think.
And also, at one point, there was everyone thought it was intermission, just started leaving, and then they're like, "Nope, it's not intermission yet." So everyone had to come back.
Yeah, dude, so I think they got to get those kind of things worked out because there was a great match right before the intermission that I won't spoil for you, but it really is one of the matches of the year. Certainly a candidate for match of the year in Lucha Underground itself, if not out there in the world. And the crowd was really cold for the first half of it. And it's really a shame because those two performers went out there and killed it. And they were killing it the whole season, and they deserved more respect than that. They deserved more respect than that from us as the fans that were in the room. They deserve more respect from production and not giving the audience a break before it got there. And they deserve more respect from their fellow workers and wrapping their shit up on time and doing it the way that they were supposed to so that those guys could get out there and have a hot crowd instead of a dead crowd.
Now, Justin, my question for you and Byron that you can provide a unique little tidbit. Financially, what are the implications of wrestlers going long like that when you have to pay an entire crew?
Look, here's the thing. They bit the bullet on Ultima Lucha. I'm pretty sure the camera crew went to lunch late and got a meal penalty. Mm-hmm. I think they were already going to hit OT anyway because they brought in the whole camera crew and all the talent early that day to do extra blocking and to work out some last-minute things that I believe that DJ did not want to reveal even to talent before the day of. Mm-hmm. I think it may not have mattered in that regard on that particular day because I think that they were already prepared to bite the bullet on the overages. And, and they're paying PAs to stay late to clean up the after party and this, that, and the other thing and rearrange stuff. So it may have been a foregone conclusion that you're going to spend some extra money on that particular day and probably worth it. But at the same time, It's going to cost a little more in the edit. It's going to take probably a whole nother day or so on some of those episodes for people to shave stuff down. It's going to
should have hired the heels. Should have hired.
If you have a complete story, each match is a story, and if you have a complete story that you have to kind of just shave a little bit, that's one thing. But if you have to take 10 minutes off of every match, you have to redo the whole story.
Well, and you got to think too that these are talent that, you know, I think every wrestler eventually sees themselves in WWE, and if they want to make money, they should. And go there and run long. See what happens.
You don't run long in WWE. That's unless you're the Undertaker.
Yeah, given they have a 3-hour show, and at times that they can buffer, but you know, when they got to go to commercial break, they go to commercial break, man. Like, unless you're the guy that's supposed to be cutting the 25-minute promo, you got a certain amount of time. You go out there and you work your spots and you get off. You know, when talent runs long, things like Tejano's hair getting cut off don't make air.
That was okay. You know what? That is the biggest fucking bullshit.
I think so too.
Face to an Apuestas match. You want to get me hot, Justin? You want to get me fired up?
Come in hot. I came in hot.
Get him fucking fired up, goddamn!
You want to get me fired up? You want to get wildfire fired up?
Woo!
Okay, look. If you do an Apuestas match, you fucking show the payoff, especially when you're AAA that has pretty recently fucked people out of Apuestas matches, especially the hair result. Like when Fabi Apache faked losing her hair a couple years ago. Look, Tejano was willing to sacrifice his hair, man. And I know you get paid. You get paid to get your head shaved, right? But
Tejano's gonna grow the same hair back in a week. I don't get it.
True.
You gotta keep it. You gotta keep it short for like.
He got a haircut,
dude. That's because you're ginger. It's because you're ginger. It's hair grows back really fast if you're, you know, of Latino descent.
Yeah, so what's the big deal? He shaved his head, then he's fine in the next week.
This just in. Mr. Krabs believes that Desmond Xavier and AR Fox could, in fact, have been the same person. That might be the most racist thing I've ever heard.
I read that. I didn't bring it up on the show.
What are you, a racist?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. They don't look anything alike. Not even close.
They're different gimmicks. That's all.
They're both black. I think that's about it.
Oh, Jim.
Are they?
Wow.
Jim didn't do anything wrong.
No. Stop. Jim works for the company.
They all look alike.
Jim works for the company that put out Black Panther, so he gets a pass.
And Iron Fist, so it's
that kind of levels the playing field back.
Don't put us in the same boat, Casey. Stop doing that.
I know you're separate. I know it's just that you're on the show with the stand-in for Iron Fist right now, and it's confusing.
Oh, hey, Crystal. By the way, I'm not saying that everyone should go to WWE. I'm saying all wrestlers in their mind should want to a certain extent, because that's where they're going to monetize what they do for a living the best. They just
unless you work on YouTube and Linda McMahon cuts your goddamn balls off.
Right. Well, that can happen too.
So you needed those balls.
I did need those balls, man.
No, and look, Crystal, to that point, there are plenty of ways that wrestlers can make good money, that can make a living outside of the WWE. And I think more now so than ever before.
Yeah.
There's a lot of options out there. But even to that extent, you got to see that a lot of the top indie guys that are making that money are still guys that came from the WWE and then went back to indies. Though you got guys like the Young Bucks, you got guys like Joey Ryan, even Shane Strickland's doing great. You've got a lot of guys who are out there. Sami Callihan now, but he's also former WWE. So
hell, look at fucking Pentagon, man.
Pentagon's doing great.
After season 1, Ultima Lucha, that motherfucker blew up. He was making hand over fist in money in the indies.
It's even better now that he's worn that LU belt. That raised his fees even more. I mean, he's doing great.
Man, Joey Ryan has come out and like publicly said he's making 6 figures as an independent wrestler.
Correct. But if Joey Ryan were over and even just a tag champ in WWE, he'd be making probably double or triple that.
But he's not having to do half the work.
After a few years.
more of
You
his
gotta
merch.
talk to some of the lower card guys in WWE because they are not making.
I'm not saying that he'd be a lower card guy. I'm saying if he was an upper mid card guy at WWE, he would still make more.
How far would Joey Ryan get?
Not at all. No, he's absolutely making the right choice. He's absolutely making the right choice. Don't get me wrong. My point is the fact that you can't ever deny that the real money is still in WWE. I mean, Joey Ryan is probably at the top of what he can get anywhere outside of WWE.
True. But humor me.
Yes, absolutely. Anytime.
YouTube. This goes back to YouTube. Demonetization for language. How over would Joey Ryan be if he couldn't do the goddamn fucking dick suplex, whatever the hell it is? I don't know what it's called.
He's still pretty over in Lucha Underground. He's never done it there once on TV, only in dark matches.
But he's famous for it. That's what he's famous for.
That's true.
And Urban, do you know who created that dick spot?
No, I don't.
Dan Shokino came up with it.
Nice.
Dan Shokino.
Because he said, you can flip me with your dick because American penis so big, so strong.
So strong. So strong. Wow. American penis. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I had to mute Byron. So anyway, Crystal, thank you for bringing up good points. I am very interested to see what the Young Bucks can do on their own, really trying to do a big event. That's going to say a lot about the indie market in general. If they can fill 10,000 seats, sell out hotels, basically be an event themselves. Now, given they have clout with New Japan and they're not exactly unknown at this point, but they're not WWE guys.
And for the people that are holding out hope, CM Punk's not going to be on the fucking show.
I hope he's not. I hope they don't bring in big former. If they bring in any big former WWE talent, that taints it to me. I want to see what they can do without that.
And plus,
Cody should definitely not do that.
He's going to be fighting on the UFC card in Chicago.
We all know former WWE talent is a bunch of dicks.
Not all of them.
What?
They're a bunch of dicks.
I recently met one that might be the nicest guy in the whole world.
That surprises me. And
Was he
we will have to talk about that later at some point.
What's that?
Was he super baked at the time?
Nope. This particular one does not do any kind of foreign substances. Very clean, wholesome.
What?
Not who I was thinking of.
No. Very larger than life individual. And I think Jim and Byron know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I was very surprised. I expected this particular individual to not be nearly as likable and compelling as they actually are. And hopefully this person will come on the show as a guest at some point.
Yes.
You mean basically someone who I thought would probably no-sell us. And
yeah,
they didn't do that.
Not at all.
Completely the opposite.
Is it oh God, what's his name? Dustin? Is it Dustin Rhodes? God damn it. If it's not Dustin Rhodes, I don't care.
It's Dustin Rhodes.
I'll give you a hint, Urban.
The natural.
# King Sid.
Oh my God.
So this particular individual
substance in his body. Sid, what's a steroid?
This particular individual had every right and every ability to completely no-sell us, but did not. And then later, I actually had over half-hour, 40-minute personal conversation with this individual, and I was very, very surprised. Very quality individual, and did not need to be talking to me for any stretch of the imagination for any reason.
Well,
I have to be here for the interview. I have to be here.
Yeah.
You might want to.
I mean, you were gone for a while Byron, Ron, and I were just drinking. So
oh yeah. So during the period of time when I was talking to this person, to kind of take it back full circle to the after party, a certain head writer of a certain American luchador program decided to make the real Jimmy V finish a fucking bottle of Jägermeister in front of the entire after party to varying levels, to varying results, to which proceeded to go into Jimmy's bloodstream, and then Jimmy had to be dragged off the dance floor a couple hours later because the things he was doing, no, they were good. He was actually a good dancer.
Yeah, he did the single lady stance. Beyonce is great.
So here's Jimmy.
I forgot about that.
Here's Jimmy dancing to Beyonce like Beyonce, in front of the entire cast and crew of Lucha Underground in a Mass Mats and Mayhem t-shirt. And I'm like, this is either really good for us or the worst thing that could possibly happen right now. And I really don't know the answer.
It's usually both at the same time.
I totally forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me.
Now, I firmly believe if Urban had been there, he would have consumed equally as much alcohol. But I do not believe he would have danced. I do not believe that he would have danced like Beyonce at any point in time.
See, I'm running to like
no, don't come at me, bro. You don't know what I do.
Oh shit!
I fucking dance. I do what I gotta do.
But
like Beyonce. But like Beyonce,
I pretty much went into like wedding reception mode. That's pretty much
the single ladies.
The single ladies. If there were single ladies there, Urban was getting them.
I'm sorry. Jim was all ooh, 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 ooh. It was freaking amazing.
Okay, I wouldn't.
I wasn't dragged off the dance floor. I left willingly because the night was over.
That's true.
At one point, you looked at us and you were bragging, and you said, "Oh yeah, guys, I dance."
I would not have been around that long after the during the after party. I would have left and been smoking weed somewhere.
I'm pretty sure some people did that
have the official.
You gotta just smoke weed
shirt of the MMM show that says. That's right, guys. I dance. That is the new shirt.
Urban. Wait.
That's
you got to understand something. Many people did exactly what you're talking about doing, but you have to understand now, since the last time you were here, it is completely legal in Los Angeles. So all people had to do was step outside into the smoking area, do their business, and walk right back into the party. Nobody had to like go off someplace strange. It's completely legal.
Yeah, it's completely legal, Urban. It always smells like weed everywhere you go, and all of your service in restaurants is extra slow.
I don't care. That never stopped me before.
I mean, it's amazing. You literally, Urban, you would not have left the party. You would have stepped outside. You would have smoked a little bit. You'd have came back in. I guarantee you would not have actually left because you wouldn't have had to.
That happened several times.
I actually don't like being there in the after party, to be fair. I kind of like, that's the after party is for the wrestlers, the performers, everybody there in the show. That's their thing, and I like to let them decompress the way they do. And I don't like to be around it. I like to, shake hands, be like, yo, good job, do that. And then I like to go do my own thing. That's what we always did. That was our etiquette for the after parties. Stay around for a little bit, 45 minutes to 2 hours, but and then show up in a random internet video from Cage and Joey Ryan. But we like to that's y'all's gig. I get my drink in because it's all free. It's free if you've been to the VIP after party bullshit. It's get your drink on, and then we always left. We had other things to do. We wanted to hang out with people, fans. Mainly Vic. Vic.
Shout out to Vic. Blood Soup. Gonna see Blood Soup this weekend. I'm gonna
Byron, give him a really uncomfortably long hug and then whisper in his ear, "That's from Casey," and then squeeze his butt.
Dude, you're in LA. You could see him whenever you want.
I want to see him right now. Where the fuck is he? He's not here.
Text him. Tweet him.
You're so particular. I will say this. For the most part, we did leave. We did leave most of the town to do their thing. Like, I didn't bother too many people that I don't have personal relationships with outside of Lucha Underground.
This isn't what I heard.
Though, except for that one person that I'm talking about that I was really surprised to talk to for a half an hour, who I would actually.
I heard he kept asking.
I'm jealous. I'm actually jealous.
Yeah. I heard that he kept asking Taya to dance for like 2 hours, and she kept saying no. That's the story I heard.
I left Taya completely alone, but I will tell a Taya story from the after party because it's probably the funniest thing that we saw the entire night. And this is a little bit.
Give me I saw something about riding a horse that was pretty funny too.
I was gonna say that, but go ahead.
Well, see, you guys can tell that because I don't want to embarrass anybody, but this one I found to be very interesting. Taya was holding a certain masked luchador's newborn baby, and it was very cute and adorable. And then it became really, really funny when she kept showing that baby to Johnny Mundo, like, hey, we need one of these over and over again. And Mundo's just like looking around like, and then,
I totally forgot about that.
And then moments later, he was not in the room anymore. And she's still like dancing and holding baby. And I'm just like, oh, dude, she got you, bro. She got you. It's like that. And he was very happy and in a good mood the whole time. But it was really, really funny.
That baby was over with like everyone too.
It's like, bro, this is what happens, man. You settle down with some lady, and then this is. I hope you didn't expect it not to go here.
One of my favorite lines of the night was someone else talking to you turned to me and goes, "This loud music's good for the baby, right?"
It wasn't that loud. It wasn't that
loud.
It was kind of loud for how close they were.
Didn't go any louder. Like every time they just tried to turn it up, it just turned into more distortion. It was not loud at all. We were talking in a normal level to each other right next to the speakers. It was not loud. It was just super distorted and stupid sounding because they kept trying to make it loud, and it wasn't going to happen.
That's true.
That was a shitty 100-watt PA system.
Byron,
are we allowed to name names for this story?
I kind of don't want to. I kind of don't want to gossip from the party.
You guys saw this?
You shouldn't.
I mean, okay. Well, we won't name names then. I'll just go into the fact that part of the decor of the party was giant piñatas. One of these giant piñatas was of a donkey. Well, certain talent decided to try to get a picture riding it, and when they slowly climbed onto it, knowing what the result might be, and then when said person sat on it, the donkey just kind of like slowly went downward, and then said person was on the floor.
But look, there's no way you bring a piñata donkey to a party and put it on floor level and somebody doesn't ride it.
Right.
Like that was a rib on every party goer. Like that was a test just to see who was gonna be.
Everyone had their cameras.
I was probably 2 minutes away from being that person myself.
Everyone after the donkey riding, it got propped back up, and people kept going up to it and trying to do it.
Was I right in the chat? Did I?
No, you're not. But
no, close.
That's
close,
my
but
first
not right.
guess, though. Yeah.
Close, but not right. Good guess, though. I like
that person will have a. God, I just saw the chat. Sorry. That person will have a title run soon. Just saying.
But the best part was, like, after that broke, they had the miniature donkey piñatas like set up on the tables. No, I think Ron does.
Ron
has it, so said person took a picture with pretending to sit on the small donkey piñata.
Okay, you gotta
keep Ron warm in the winter, that's for sure.
Jim, you gotta tell people who Ron is. Ron, who got to fill in for Casey and or Urban or somebody else who would have normally been on this list. So who the hell is Ron, Jim?
Ron's one of my friends, one of the many friends I met from the kickball league that we all used to play in. And I brought him
many friends.
I brought him to Lucha last season because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to Lucha Libre. Do you want to check this out? And he became like an instant fan. So he's been going to as many the tapings as possible.
Yeah, Ron is good people. He's honorary MMM show material.
I'm just glad that Jim got himself a friend that was someone that I didn't already know first.
That's true.
3 times.
Yeah, I mean, we brought Adam to the tapings, and he knows Casey through mutual friends, and Adam got to meet Justin and Byron during these tapings as well.
All right, so Lucha Underground. I'll have a lot more to say about season 4, my thoughts on it. We've got plenty of time to spread it out because, again, my prediction, July 11th is going to be the premiere date. That's my prediction. Call it a credible fan theory. How about that?
That's not a Wednesday.
July 11th?
I'm just kidding. It is.
July 11th, I think, is a Wednesday.
I was just being an asshole, Justin.
You're very good at it. So we'll talk more about that over the years, over the year.
Over the years.
Yeah, Urban,
is it,
where the hell
Sherlock?
have you been? What the hell are you getting into? Let these people know what's up. Like, are we expecting to see more of you on the World Wide Webs? Are you going to disappear and ghost forever? What is the fate of Urban, and where the fuck have you been, man?
I would not expect me to be around anytime soon. I am ghosting. I'm gonna be moving to Texas soon. Here, what is it? It's the 23rd of March. I'm gonna be moving here in April 12th. I'm going to Texas. I'm gonna live with my brothers. Not many people know about this. It's not very privy. I found my birth mother. I'm adopted. I found my birth mother. My brothers. I have two brothers. They're all younger than me. Which, if you know me, that's probably scary because they're all as fucked up as I am. But I'm gonna go down there and live with my family, my actual blood. I'm gonna see what it's like to actually know my mother, man. It's a thing. It's hard to talk about.
Well, it sounds like a great adventure, man. And we've always known you for the adventures you've kind of taken all of us on. So I'm kind of happy to hear that you're getting to go on an adventure of your own.
It's gonna be good for you, dude. It's gonna be fucking
cool. I'm happy about it. It's the final piece of the puzzle is finally here. Something I thought I would never get. I feel like it's gonna make me a complete person. I feel whole in the whole thing. Yeah, I dropped off. The podcast is gone. We're not doing that anymore.
Can people still go back and listen to the old ones?
They're somewhere around. YouTube has some of them. I think all the originals are dead. I think I deleted them.
That RSS feed died.
Yeah, probably because I didn't want anybody to listen to all of it. But
well, if you guys do see them out there, it was the Urban's show for the 5 new people listening to this was The Last Real Heels, along with J-Man, who's also going to be in town tomorrow. Byron, you should record a drop with him where he insults Jim a lot.
Definitely. You should probably do that. Actually get J-Man to actually talk trash about me. That would be good. But man, it's a new chapter on my life. I'm gonna. It's weird. Just give me a second.
Well, I can say this, man. A lot of people were asking about you, and you are definitely missed for whatever that's worth. Whether it holds any credence for you or not, it is legitimate and it's true. You're definitely missed, man. People ask about you. People were entertained by you. People loved you in whatever kind of weird internet famous way that could possibly mean for most people that don't really know you. And I'm happy and honored that through this fucking weird shit that we all do, that we did get to know each other and that we have known each other. And I'm really looking forward to the stuff that life's bringing you.
Yeah. I want to hear the Texas Diaries. Like, I want to see pictures of Texas because I've never been there. You know.
I'm actually thinking about recording my trip and recording a few things. I kind of want to put some stuff out there. As you know, if you know me, Byron, and Casey and Justin, Jimmy, you don't know as much, but you know that's probably my fault. But I'm gonna record some stuff. I kind of want to see what I can do. I'm gonna experiment. I really, as all of you know, minus Jimmy, I don't mean to exclude you, man. I don't really mean to exclude you, but
it's all good.
I'm gonna try to experiment. You know that I like dealing with video and shooting stuff and maybe a amateur director. I wouldn't even say that, but I'm gonna try to do something at least that will be original. Maybe I'm not very prideful. It's not me. I'm completely opposite of my character that I portray on a podcast, but I kind of want to show you what it's like to be me in these few videos that I might do on the internet. I'm going to do it because I spent 30 years, man. I spent 30 fucking years alone. And without knowing who my mother was, without knowing who my brothers were, even though I knew who my brothers were, I'm just going to try to show you what it's like to be a complete urban, I guess, as it were. I don't know. It's going to be cool. I'm not worried about it. It's taken me out of my comfort zone. I've got a lot of anxiety, a lot of pressure on me because it's because I'm a fucking showman. You know this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I really want to show what it's like to be me, and minus the heel gimmick. You know, I'm all about the gimmick, but I want to show you what it's like to be me.
Mm-hmm.
And not everybody is as lucky as I am. They don't get to meet their birth mother. They don't get to meet their fucking real brothers or their blood. I kind of want to showcase that. And I think it's going to be fun. I'm moving to Texas April 12th. We are. I actually bought my mother a first class ticket to fly to Tennessee, and she's gonna go with me. I'm renting a U-Haul. I'm gonna drive that bitch down to Texas, and that's where my life will be, man. I hope it opens doors. I hope it, more opportunities. I'm happy. I've been away from the public, spotlight, and people were wondering where I am. And Justin said it best. Yeah, I'm in a good headspace. I'm doing something that I love. I get to be around people that I love, and hopefully it turns out well. If it doesn't, I'm gonna make a video about it. If it turns out bad, I'm gonna make it the best horror movie you've ever seen.
Is it so wrong of me that I'm just like, damn, if it does turn out bad, what the fuck is Urban gonna do? It's gonna be crazy.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, this is gonna be great, dude, because as long as you get the footage, you can do whatever you want with it, however you want with it. You know that. You're fucking good at it.
I can spin it any way I want to spin it.
Yeah. How long's your trip?
It's a 12-hour drive.
Ooh.
But it's gonna be fun, man. I'm not scared. I just got some anxiety, but that's me personally. I don't ever shed the character so much as I am now. It is the most word. Thinking of a word. It's going to be different. It's going to be different. It's different from everything I'm used to. It's really out of my zone of comfort.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a safety net anymore. Before I could hide in my little barn, which you are seeing right now.
All of this, which we have many questions about to this day, by the way. There will always be questions about this barn. Even DJ had questions about the barn this weekend.
It's a good barn. I like it.
The barn is a safe space. It is very much my place I go when I'm feeling just overstressed. But I'm going somewhere new, crazy, exciting. It's going to be fun. I'm going to, catalog or document the whole experience. Thanks to Byron, actually. Thank you for the camera, Byron.
You're welcome, absolutely.
But yeah, I am in a good space. You will see more from me at some point. My only regret is that I can't take J-Man along with me. Because that man, regardless of how I act in public or, as a character, this man has made me. He knows what he's talking about. He just blessed to actually know him. I'm blessed to know all of you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak about such stuff.
Well, it's totally timing wise. Honestly, it's very appropriate too, because we sat there with DJ in his office, and and I know you and DJ you guys go back and you're good friends, but even DJ was kind of like, yeah, what's going on with Urban? Where's his headspace at right now? And I think that this is great because a lot of people who have asked us about you, they do watch the show and they will know, and you've had a chance to explain it to them now without having to necessarily reach out to each one of them. But I think I'm excited for you.
Yeah,
I'm not worried at all. I know what Texas is all about. I know what you're all about, and I think the two things are going to go well together. I don't talk about it a whole lot, but my stepbrother has a very similar situation to you and kind of went through a lot of the same stuff that you're going through right now. And some of it's been difficult for him, but I think that in the end, it's all been super beneficial for him, what's happened with him and his birth family and, his identity as a person. And I think that he could definitely say that he's more whole in general. And I think that even if you get a little bit more, it's more than you had before. So it's worth it. You can't beat that.
It is.
Hey, Urban, have you ever played this game?
Yeah, man.
Overwatch game. This just walked into my room. I just got a May keychain.
Nice. That fucking freeze. She has a freeze, man.
Yeah.
She has a fucking a freeze ability. That's some good shit. She has a nice little ice wall she puts up. And
I'm not quite good at this character yet. I play play more Reaper and some of the other characters, and
yeah, good. Play as the more manly characters is what I'm saying, Joseph.
Well, yeah, you don't like the girl who freezes stuff. No, I also play the one of the healer girls a lot.
No, I know. That's why I was making fun of you, because you said you played as Faith most of the time.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. I like to play Diva too, who's also a female character, but she drives a mech.
Hey,
I've been playing.
Man.
I've been playing the demo of Yakuza 6. Sega fucked up and gave everyone the game for free. Like they the demo and it was the whole game, and then they took it away, and now the demo's back up, and that's the one I have. I fucked up and didn't get the one where everyone got the game for free.
Okay, but, I do have one last subject that we have to talk about before we go, but we do have to go soon. So,
okay,
we have to talk about D-Bry. We have to talk D Bry.
Welcome back. That's all you gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
This is a character that, as many people who've listened to the show, I did not watch wrestling for a long time. Lucha Underground restored my faith in wrestling. So there's your big dick suck for the night, DJ. That's all you're getting out of me. Lucha Underground is what brought me back to wrestling, and now I watch everything again. But for a long time, I did not watch. And literally, the period of time that D-Bry wrestled in WWE, I did not see a single frame. I have never watched him step foot in the ring. This little bit of D-Bry that we got this week with Kevin Owens and Generico, whatever the fuck his character's name is these days. Sorry. Just didn't want to put him over for the Sami Zayn shit that WWE has done with him. Anyway.
Oh, fuck.
He's better as Generico. Anyway. So I've never seen like a frame of D-Bry. I never saw AJ Lee. There's a few of these people who are big names in wrestling who I know about, but I never watched their runs. I just simply did not watch wrestling at that point in time. And I hope that doesn't hurt my credibility with you folks out there, but Lucha Underground is what brought me back. So
okay,
anyway,
Justin, you've had no credibility with us anyway.
That's true. I mean, Casey is the one with all the real Lucha.
I went to PWG to watch him wrestle shitty ass Roderick Strong during the time period that he was fired from WWE. and everyone threw ties into the ring like streamers because he was choking Justin Roberts with the tie is what got him fired.
That was amazing too, by the way.
Yeah, that was.
So,
Gentlemen,
what do you think about the comeback?
Wait, Urban, what's
ahead,
that?
Urban.
Gentlemen, thank you for this time. I'm gonna get out of here. Godspeed to all of you, man.
You too, sir. Keep us updated, man. We care about you.
You've done me proud. Nobody else knows, but I know. I gave you your first interview with DJ, and you've done nothing but made me proud. Thank you. I'm gonna get out of here, man. I got shit to do. Enjoy the rest of your night, my friends.
Hey, we love you, brother. And anytime you want to stop by, you know that you are 130 million% welcome. And believe it or not, I know exactly what you've done for us. I said it to somebody this week, and it's no bullshit. We were the little sister to the Last Real Heels from the second we started doing this, and we never had any problem being in that spot. That was a great spot to be in. We learned a million things from you guys, and we did this because we wanted to have the same kind of fun that you guys were having, and we had our own take on it. We had our own thing, and we always did it out of love and respect for what you guys were doing, and we were happy to do it in conjunction with you or battling with you or whatever, but you guys were a big part of the reason why we ever wanted to do this, because it was all about family from the get-go for us. And hashtag fuck TwitWow.
I'm not gonna say it.
I was gonna say it, and then he fucking said it.
No, their last show was really good too, and I don't mean to bag on those guys, but they're not part of the family. Urban, J-Man, part of the family. This is the family. This is the real Lucha Clique, y'all. This is how it goes down.
Love you guys. If I can help you in any way, you just let me know.
And let us know if we need, if I need to call Terry, have him help you out in Texas.
I might need that actually. I may need
Terry,
that.
look up Gibby Haynes, man. Go hang with Gibby Haynes.
You guys have a great night. Cheers, brother.
Thank you, Urban.
Thanks, Urban.
Thank you for sure.
Yes, I love his work. I think he's one of the greatest wrestlers of the modern era. I will not be watching this shit because I don't watch WWE, but I'm just glad his brain is okay and he is not having seizures and shit anymore, because when I heard he was having seizures, I freaked the fuck out for his safety and thought him getting back in the ring is the dumbest fucking thing he could do.
Okay, well, can I tell you what worries me about it? I'm listening to his promo and I'm like, he's talking about going to a lot of doctors, and you're a guy with a little bit of money. You got the WWE behind you. You go to enough doctors, eventually somebody's going to clear you.
They all cleared him.
That would happen. Yeah.
The problem is, though,
sure multiple doctors cleared him, but what about the 10 guys before them that said, no fucking way, don't get back in there, bro?
Well, there was one guy. Also the WWE doctor, which was the one that was the real obstacle not clearing him, that finally decided to, I guess. And that's,
okay.
But he also, there's that one guy was against him, and then I think he talked a lot on some other podcasts, but he started doing something that helped his brain recover as well.
Yeah, but man, there's so much we don't know about these head injuries, the CTE, right. and don't get me wrong. See, I'm looking at this from a complete outsider, and I feel like that's why I might have a unique opinion here. I did not watch D-Bry wrestle. He wasn't one of my guys. So I don't have the emotional connection to him that most fans do in his level of awesomeness. And I'm looking at him as the GM of Raw, this guy who used to wrestle. I know he was a great wrestler that everybody liked. But my connection to him, I'm just saying, man, if you're a guy who has a spot, who has a paycheck, who's part of the business and an influential part of the business at that, if there's even a chance that you could really end your own health, this is a guy who's got a wife, a family, and is it worth the risk? for him to come back. Like, I saw those drop kicks he was throwing. It's like, wow, I've never seen this guy really wrestle before. And that's some spot on stuff. Looks like this guy can go. But he also looked like those for regular old drop kicks are pretty risky. Like, this looks like the kind of guy that I've seen before where they push real hard. They're never going to give you a slower, weaker match. Is this really a smart move for this guy at this point in his career?
Allegedly,
well, he did throw those drop kicks where you kind of do the backflip, and he did.
Byron, did he do a flying headbutt?
He used to.
He used to, but he's not now, right?
I don't think he is. I don't think he will.
But he did throw a snap German suplex, which is another land on your head and neck move.
Yeah, but that's not as bad as a flying headbutt. Like, flying headbutt is what made Benoit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, if he did find a way, some kind of research, some kind of technique that actually repaired the pathways in his brain that have been damaged, I think that's really significant. And this can be a breakthrough for a lot of things. If that's what's happening there. Brain's complicated. I just had to take a class on fucking developmental psychology, and it was one of the hardest classes I've ever taken. But even harder than that was physiological psychology, which I had to take in my undergrad, and that was terrible. And that was all brain chemicals and why things work the way they do and damaging parts of the brain and the horrible, horrible things that can happen if you just hit your head slightly the wrong way. And I hope that he's in a spot that when you're in a business that you get your bell rung a lot, that maybe he can take a couple more and not reset what has happened. You know what I mean? Like, it's scary, but he was
anyway. One of the doctors that he went to is on the record saying that he shows no sign of prior brain injury at this point.
That's fucking.
And they're going to impact test him after every match until
right. But look, money talks. Is this because he's getting offers from other places? Is this because they see a paycheck at WrestleMania out of him? Like,
I mean, I think it's a lot of different things. I think the one thing to remember is that no matter whether he was cleared or not by WWE doctors, he would have gone somewhere else and he would have wrestled because the doctors he was going to were saying that it was fine. Yeah. And it was the WWE doctors that were basically holding him back.
So who was deprived here? New Japan? The real fans?
Well, maybe he was pretty interested. I mean, he even went and followed Lucha Blog on Twitter so he could find what CMLL matches he can do.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's been wanting. He grew his hair out for the Apuestas match that he wanted to do when his contract was up.
Oh man,
he could be Son of Sadness in Lucha Underground.
Oh Jesus!
But it's really anyone, like any of the shows could grab him.
Yeah.
I mean, all I'm saying is don't put him against no matter what, guys. I think we can all agree, Byron. Don't put him in the ring with Seth Rollins.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. I would love to see D-Bry's head versus Seth Rollins' knee.
I think the only match that really matters now that D-Bry's coming back, that everyone needs to see is him versus Kurt Angle.
That's what everyone wants to see.
Really?
I mean, everyone wants to see him and Nakamura too.
Yeah, but the problem is they would let Bryan and Angle go, but they won't let. I mean, we'll see if they would ever let Nakamura go once WrestleMania comes around.
He's not the same anymore. He doesn't even have the same knee to the head.
Yeah,
no one can hear you. Nowhere near your microphone.
He said it's a different knee to the head. Basically, the Bamaye and the Kinshasa are two different knees. But
yeah, and the only way you get fucked up with Shinsuke is if you don't know that he doesn't do a back suplex, he does like a flippy thing.
Yeah, the little inverted power slam.
The throw, yeah. But I don't know. I think there's interesting matches there. I think AJ's an interesting match too.
He's
for sure.
Did they work in Ring of Honor?
I believe they did. I can't.
Yeah, but
remember.
I mean, on the WWE stage, that's got to be a match you want to see. Is
D-Bry
versus AJ?
No, but it's cool. It's cool with Shinsuke because Shinsuke and Daniel Bryan used to be fucking roommates in the New Japan dojo. They used to live. Yeah. That's an awesome story.
They've been wanting a match. They've been asking for a match together for years. Also, Ambrose has had great matches with Daniel Bryan. I think Daniel Bryan is one of those guys who has that indie cred and he's able to have that work rate. But he can go on the sports entertainment side too.
You saying the Ambrose thing, gives me a glimpse into where the whole thing's going to go, because that's the match you're actually going to get. That's the long feud you're going to get, and it's just going to suck in the mid card for
That'd be
months.
a great one.
No, it's going to go all fall long, and it's gonna dry up after the first 2 weeks, Byron.
Well, I actually think that,
I
think that they're going to let him work a limited schedule. I don't think he's going to go full time, so I don't even think it's going to be.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. They'll come in hot with a match with him and Ambrose in some kind of form, and then they'll just go back and forth on the mic with shitty stick work for all through fall when all the big stars are taking a rest, and then they'll actually have a match at some throwaway pay-per-view. It'll be some mid-card match for no title that doesn't get any kind of heat. They'll bust their asses for no reason because everyone will fucking forget. And then at the WrestleMania the following year, they'll do like 2 weeks of lead up and then actually give D-Bryce somebody interesting.
Could you guys fill me in? Because I haven't been watching. You know, I read things here or there. What the fuck's Dean Ambrose even doing right now?
No, he has an injury. He's not going to be around for a while. But Ambrose did really well with AJ Styles, and I would say that a feud with AJ Styles would be a similar type of arrangement.
Did really well.
That's why they did the shit with the tag belts. Is because
what is your definition of did really well? Like had a program that nobody cared about that didn't really go anywhere? What is
Everyone cared about Ambrose and AJ Styles, and Ellsworth was in it. It was when SmackDown was at its best.
Oh, it was when Ellsworth was
recently.
Fucking dope. Yeah, that
was really great stuff.
By the way, James Ellsworth tomorrow at the Wrestling Guy store.
How the mighty have fallen. I mean, I love that Ellsworth is there. I love that he's making the rounds out here in Southern California, but it's almost sad. It's like this guy was so over. Then he just got burned, and now that he's got to do this shit, and he's got to hustle for money. And he was a made guy, like what, 6 months ago?
Yeah,
Look, it just goes to show you, man. This wrestling game is hard business. It comes, it goes fast.
I'm just saying, in real life, he's better for Carmelo than Big Cass. I'm just saying, that guy's a dick.
They broke up.
That was my biggest pet peeve on SmackDown this week. By the way, is that. I don't know if anybody watched or cared, but Carmella did this spot where she runs in when Charlotte's all jacked up from her fight with Natalya, and she turns in the Money in the Bank briefcase, but because they never rang the bell, it didn't happen, and then Charlotte still lost. It was the strangest finish I've seen in ages. Like, it made no sense.
This
is something when the ref gets it, that should be it. Like, they're a little blurry on that whole thing.
Well, I mean, Daniel Bryan, and when he was Money in the Bank champion, didn't see it. Yeah, and eventually he ended up winning, but you know,
so weird though. It's like anytime the announcers have to explain the finish for 3 minutes before they can even go to commercial. That was poorly written, guys.
Yeah, they did it with Daniel Bryan. So, like, Big Show punched him in the face and knocked him out, so the match didn't count. Yeah.
But it was just bad. It was like, oh, we didn't ring the bell, so it didn't start. And it's like, okay, I get it. I understand completely what you're saying. But why run angles that for no one in the arena got it?
And you know,
not a single person in the arena had
the first time it happened, everyone had the same reaction you're having now. And they fucking did it again.
Yeah, exactly my point.
It's like come on.
Why? So anyway, I'll have a UFC preview next week. That should be very interesting. I got some things to say about that, but this week I think I'll leave it alone. I'm good. If you guys have anything else on your lists of notes of things you're coming in hot about that you need to talk about?
New Japan Strong Style Evolved. Jim and I are going. Come say hi. Find us. It's going to be really awesome.
I can run down the lineup real quick. So for New Japan Strong Style Evolved, this is Sunday. It's going to be on Access TV in the U.S. In anywhere outside of the U.S., it's going to be on New Japan World.
Wait, it's going to be on Access TV when? In June?
No, it'll be airing live on Access TV.
Dope.
Yeah.
So if you have access, you can watch it.
I do, but I'm busy working.
It's good. This is the card right now. It is Roppongi 3000 and Rocky Romero versus SoCal Uncensored, which is Scorpio Sky, Kazarian, and Christopher Daniels. Then we have
themselves after that website.
That's what I've always wondered.
Wow,
but who knows?
No, they totally did. That's amazing.
So next match we have David Finlay and Juice Robinson versus Haruki Goto and Gato, which I get to see Goto wrestle live for the first time, so I'm excited about that. We got Chuck Taylor and Toru Yano versus the Killer Elite Squad, which is Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Lance Archer.
How did they get Chuck Taylor from Chaos?
That's weird. Byron and I have no-sold one of those two people before.
Possibly. Yeah, and you know what? They deserved it because Killer Elite Squad fucking sucks. There, I said it.
Next match, Bullet Club is fine. I don't know because we have Gorillas of Destiny, Tangaloa, and Tamatonga versus the villain Marty Skrull and Cody.
Did I tell you guys what a nonce means?
Oh, we know what a nonce means, but you want to tell the viewers?
Is there a nonce in that match?
Just so you know,
should we get Marty on the show? Maybe
dumbass.
He's British.
You explain this to me. Nonce doesn't mean dumbass; it means pedophile. Interesting, because I've heard someone call him nonce lately.
Pedo.
He's got to be a pedo.
Next match, standard New Japan 10-man tag. Dragon Lee, Kushida, Taguchi, and Tanahashi versus LIJ. So Hiromu Takahashi, Bushi, Sonata, and of course Tetsuya Naito. So
that sounds better than the battle royal at this year's Ray Reyes.
Then, unfortunately, the match we're not getting now because Ray tore his tricep. We're not seeing Ray versus Liger. Now we're seeing Liger versus Will Ospreay.
That's going to be a good fucking match, though.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's WWE lawyer shenanigans with Ray not wrestling.
No, he's hurt. He's hurt legit.
He's really hurt, yeah.
Then we have probably one of the matches that's non-main event that I'm most excited for. It's Chaos versus Suzuki Gun. Tomohiro Ishii and Kazuchika Okada versus Zack Sabre Jr. and Minoru Suzuki.
So stoked for that.
Yeah.
Why? You realize that Zack Sabre Jr. being in that is really just going to make the entire thing not credible.
No.
He's part of Suzuki Gun.
No fucking wrong.
He's part of Cirque du Soleil. There's nothing about him that ever makes you think that he can beat anyone up.
Because I didn't think Suzuki was going to be on the fucking show, and he's on the fucking show. God damn it.
And then we have the U.S. title match, the IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion, Jay White, Switchblade,
Switchblade.
Versus Hangman Page of the Bullet Club.
I like Switchblade.
I liked him better when he was just face New Zealander Jay White. When he was doing
Switchblade with a passion. I think it's the fucking worst thing that's ever happened.
When he debuted as Switchblade, I'm like, oh, this is so disappointing. But it is what it is.
Yeah, some work to do there. But
I mean, what's the gimmick going for? It's not going for like the Raven coolness factor. What is it?
It's Kenny Omega 5 years ago.
There it is.
Yeah.
And then your main event, the Golden Lovers, Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi versus the Young Bucks.
It's gonna be great.
And the crowd pops. Okay, I would go just to see that.
I would go just to see Minoru Suzuki stand in the ring and call everyone in the audience fucking assholes and say that he hopes they go outside and get hit by a car.
That would have been totally worth my $111.
Have the Golden Lovers hit their double knee yet?
I believe they have on like other shows, but
I'm a little sad that my hero Iizuka isn't on the show, but I'm glad because I'm not going.
I'm upset that we'll never, unfortunately, here in America, in anytime soon, we'll get to see Shibata wrestle live. But he's going to be running the dojo.
My homeboys over at Hardway Limited are doing a new Shibata shirt that just says "I'm alive." That's all.
That's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
That was one of my favorite moments of watching wrestling when I was watching that show live. So stoked I was watching it live, and then Shibata comes out right before intermission.
And
hey Casey,
crowd,
we have a request from Dustin from New York, and I think you should do this next week because I think we're going to go Friday next week if you're available. Your top 10 favorite luchadors of all time and why?
Okay, yeah, I'll put a list together.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, Casey can probably bust that out right now, but let's make people come back next week and hear that. So or next time Casey's on the show.
Dustin, since you share a name, with one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, I will do that for you next time.
So yeah, that's the card for New Japan. Yeah, as Byron mentioned, he, I, and J-Man, and I guess Vic too, will be there in Long Beach. So
I do gotta say, guys, if Azuka is there,
awesome.
you better fucking sell for him when he runs through the audience and run away like you're scared. And I want you to scream as loud as you can when you do it. Byron's pretty good. He's kind of got like the Dudley from Different Strokes when he was in Friday the 13th Part 5.
Who's running at us when we're scared?
Dude, fucking Azuka, dude, when he's like going all crazy through the audience.
Well, here's the thing is, it's like they haven't announced that he's going to be there or Taka, and I feel like Taka's got to be there to hold on to him. But I will, as has been stated previously on this show, I will sell because that's the proper thing to do.
That is the proper thing to do. And
you need Taka to sell Zack Sabre Jr. shirts.
Wait, what is whoa. What does that comment mean, Jim? I don't understand that.
Okay.
Ultima Lucha 3. Did we talk about the wrench thing on the air? Because we're allowed to talk about it now. Like we did, right?
I don't. I think it was a part of the lost broadcast.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I don't think we talked about it because we were too busy talking about how people got run over at the freaking taco truck.
Yeah,
which was tragic.
Okay, next week, if we didn't tell the story, someone say, guys, you didn't tell the story of the fan no selling the.
I don't think you guys brought it up, but since that's Ultima Lucha 3, I'll bring up something that happened at Ultima Lucha 4, which is not really a spoiler. And this is basically
it spoiled some things, but it wasn't the fucking plot or storyline.
Yeah, so it didn't even start at Ultima Lucha. It started the day before on the Friday. So I'm not going to name names because frankly I don't know the name. But basically at some point, the first half of the show on Friday, Byron, Justin, and I were sitting in the front row, the bench seats of Section B, and one of the seats wasn't taken because Boo Rocco, who gave us a seat, decided to sit elsewhere, which is fine.
Rocco.
But and thank you for the seats again, sir.
Oh yes, because we would have all not been sitting together and scattered all over the place in weird seats, and Boo Rocco hooked us up. Thanks, Boo.
So when we come back from intermission, I'm going to call him Mark because that's what he was. And,
which is fine because I changed Byron's nickname to Money Mark since he's flying back to LA for the second week in a row for a wrestling event.
Yeah.
He was Casey. You'll remember this guy as that one day he was Dario Jr. and he kept yelling "Dad" towards the office in between matches.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Jesus
okay.
Christ.
All right. I didn't even know there was that story, so I'll just elaborate on that even more. So Mark comes over and asks, "Hey, I noticed that you guys have an extra seat. Can I sit there?" And I'm like, "Whatever." And
keep in mind, I had said no before that.
Right. So I mean, the thing is, you know what? If you're asking something of someone like that, the least you could do is be respectful. And this guy was not respectful. So throughout the entire rest of the show, instead of just standing and sitting where he's supposed to be, he keeps moving up. Like he spent a lot of the time halfway up the floor mat. So like he's halfway to the ring when, my rule when you go to the temple is if you're assigned a seat, you stay there unless you're told to move by talent or by crew because of something happening.
Or by an angry Mil Muertes.
Exactly.
Coming right at you.
Yeah. Who doesn't even have to say it. He just does this.
My rule is that you don't pat heels on the back and high five them in the middle of the match when the cameras are on everyone because they're heels.
They should have punched him in the face.
Yeah, and this goes along with it too. Like he kept going up to people and patting him on the back and saying something. It's like they're literally either working your match or the match has ended and they're selling it and they're leaving. Stop trying to have a conversation with them because it's not the fucking time. So yeah, so every time he kept stepping up onto the mat to get a closer look, which we all had the same look, he kept blocking me. So I'm like, dude, can you take a step back? And he kept having to do it. And I had to keep asking him, which I shouldn't have to. So that was day one. And then the day of Ultima Lucha on that Saturday, he's seated in the second row of the bowling alley. So as we mentioned before, this is kind of like off to the corner, but it's still technically floor. And multiple times during the show, I noticed he would come out of the second row of the bowling alley and walk up to the high spots area to watch what was going on. So to me, this is disrespectful of the fans because you're moving from your seat, which has been assigned to you, to get a better look. Number two, you're disrespecting the talent because you're getting in their way. And number three, you're disrespecting the crew because you're getting in their way as well. I saw him get in the way of the camera lady who usually operates in that corner, as well as the cable handler. It's because he's not in an actual area that's designated for audience. You're literally in the middle of the mat where all the high spots are, and you're just there to cheer and pat people on the back. Like, dude, get the fuck out of the way. Yeah. That is not your spot. You're disrespecting everyone by doing that because you're being a fucking mark just so you can get a better view and pat people on the back. No.
Yeah, I didn't even get the point of it. That guy. And this isn't even somebody who comes all the time. Like, he's been there before, and I give anybody who's been there a few times a certain amount of respect. But you're not talking about, like, you know, Victor or Alberto or Johnny Ace or these guys that are always there, you know, or Mallory or Rebecca. Like, you're not talking about those people, or Mill. This guy comes once or twice a season and is a problem every fucking time. And he knows other people there. And I'm sure we're going to piss a few people off saying it, but fuck off, bro. Like, just go away. It's garbage.
So shit like this is why, like, it's part of the reason why I don't go to shows anymore. Because wrestling fans, like, really annoy me sometimes, you know, like Present Company excluded.
Look, no, he would have been the one that would have really gotten under your skin this time,
no,
Case. I mean,
he has. Casey knows him.
You got a room full of 400, 500 people, and somehow just one random asshole can really actually deter you from enjoying a large portion of the performances.
Yeah. Right. And the funny thing is, like, where we were sitting for Ultima Lucha, the guy who was sitting in front of us is like, "Oh yeah, my buddy sat next to you." I'm like, great.
Like,
they were super angry.
Like, just don't do anything that he did. And those guys were fine. Those guys are actually good fans. They come more than he does.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like,
I don't know why they were putting him over.
You don't see anything really disrespectful by any regulars that we see. And for the most part, a lot of new people aren't that way because they don't know what to expect. So they just sit quietly and they're like, "Oh, what's going on?" But this guy, like I said, to come out of the second row, and he's all the way at the end. So he's literally crossing everyone in his row, going around them, going around the high spot seated area, going around the high spot camera people. It's like, no, dude.
And like, look, Lucha Underground camera people and producers are good. If they need you to be a part of the show, they'll make you part of the show. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Let them do their jobs. They know.
And another thing I forgot is at one point, and obviously no spoilers, talent was thrown into the fence area of that and kind of landed into him. And when he hit the wall, he just started laughing. And Justin and Byron can attest to this. I yelled at him, "Fucking sell!" And then he started selling.
Jim started yelling. Like, I literally had to look away. Like, I couldn't stomach it. I'm hoping, oh my God, I hope they just cut all of this spot out now. And then Byron is looking, like, grabbing me like, "Dude, what is going on?" And then all of a sudden, I just see Jim pointing at the guy and yelling at him, "Fucking sell! Sell, you motherfucker, sell!"
And then, so he sells for a little. This is him selling. He's basically like, "Oh."
He went so far the other way, though. He went 180 degrees the other way, Casey. It wasn't like he's like, oh no, somebody hit me.
But he laughed. Man, he did the fucking he did the Transfer 6. Holy shit.
It's also worth noting this guy was wearing 2 pairs of sunglasses on his head.
2 pairs of sunglasses, 2 pairs of Worldwide Underground bandanas, like different colors.
That's some Tommy Wiseau shit right there, man.
Yeah, so basically he laughed, he sold, and then quickly laughed again. I'm like, what the fuck was the point of selling?
But yeah, at this point I had worked my way next to him so I just elbowed him back for the rest of the match.
Did you work your way there, or did he work his way around to you because of the talent he kept trying to pat in the back.
I pushed past Byron and I stood right next to him and I just put my arm kind of in front of him and pushed him back.
Yeah. And then so when Ultima Lucha let out, he came up to me. He's like, "Hey man, that was great, right?" I'm like, "Uh-huh." He's like, "Yeah, you should have worn your green shirt." No spoilers. I'm like, and I just looked at him and I walked away. Like totally no sold him. Like, I'm not having this bullshit conversation with you.
Yeah, he tried to talk to me and I just walked right past him and went into the pisser.
And the thing is, I think everyone here knows, and everyone who's seen me at the temple knows, I'm pretty respectful of everyone. You know, I respect
we
everyone
stop
there.
and talk to everyone too. Everyone. Like, if I am no selling you at the temple, either I've completely gone deaf from Byron screaming in my ear, which is possible, or you have severely done something to irk me, which is pretty damn rare. I mean, I talk to everyone there to the point where Casey hated going to the temple with me because I would stop and talk to everyone.
That's one of my favorite things to going to the shows is seeing the people.
I'd say Jim's probably the nicest of all of us, actually. Justin's pretty nice, but I'd say Jim's probably the nicest of everyone because he brings new people to the temple. Well, I guess
I don't
Justin
do that.
does too. Shit.
Well, a couple. I've brought a few. I brought a couple this year too.
Oh yeah.
I brought a newbie and sat him in the front row who had never been to any professional wrestling show before. Yeah,
Byron did that too with Weston.
His mind was blown.
Yeah, Byron did that too with our homeboy Weston, and he fucking loved that shit.
Yeah, I think we have a new convert from mine as well, who was also named Casey.
Nice,
there's another Casey. Everyone was like, "Where's Casey?" I was like, "See, I brought him," and they were like, "That's not the Casey we're talking about."
I know who you're talking about. Okay, yeah. Cool.
But yeah, that was my gripe about the marks, because like it's just that irked me to no end. Even though like he wasn't doing that to me during Ultima Lucha Day, I felt bad for everyone he disrespected while he was doing that shit, just so we can get a better view, or just so we could pat some talent on the back.
It was a little crackish.
Like some shows that a lot of people do that kind of stuff to me to seek my approval, and I really hate it. And it's like, don't seek my approval. I'm just some dude. Seek the wrestler's approval. Leave me alone.
Hey Casey, I have a question for you.
Sure, what's up?
If you were gonna buy some cool gear for from your favorite luchador, what website would you go to?
I would go to luchashop.com.
See? Totally not scripted at all, and Casey knew the right answer. I love that.
Yeah, I almost said high spot. Shit.
Don't say high spot, you son of a bitch. Actually, you can. They got decent stuff too. But
they sell their stuff too, so it's fine.
Look,
by the way, I showed this to everyone beforehand, but my notes actually do say fucking marks when bringing up this this topic.
It's a list of offenses. That's great.
Yeah. I wanted to make sure I got them
luchashop.com. I gotta say, don't just follow Lucha Shop. Follow Mass Republic. Look at the stuff that's upcoming, because Mass Republic has been selling the coolest. They've been showing us previews of the coolest shit, and I don't think I got to talk about the toys on the show. Did I get to talk about the toys?
I don't believe so.
Because I fucking want the toys, you guys. So Mass Republic, the people behind luchashop.com, have partnered with Super 7, the awesome toy company. Go to super7store.com right now. Check out some of the shit they have. It's super7store.com. I love their stuff, right? They do reaction figures. They brought back the muscle figures. Like, check this out. This is fucking Battle Cat is a muscle figure made out of snot green plastic. Super 7 did that, okay? And it's the only thing I have of theirs that's in reach, or I would show you something more exciting. But they have the Mass Republic Legends of Lucha Libre license now. So they're going to be doing muscle figures like that. You guys remember them from the 80s, right? The little pink dudes, and they eventually came out with other colors that were wrestlers. They're going to be actual licensed luchadors coming out. There's going to be reaction figures as well. And I'm talking wrestlers like Tinieblas, fucking Solar, one of the best technical wrestlers that's ever lived, and Blue Demon. Some of them are going to be like in their wrestling gear, and then they're going to be doing some of the guys are going to be coming in suits too. So they're going to do a 2-pack, I think, that's an exclusive to somewhere, that's Blue Demon and Solar in suits with their lucha mask on, looking all dapper and shit. And these are 5 points of articulation. The reaction figures were made to look kind of like the Kenner Star Wars figures from the 80s. So that's the kind of retro level of detail that you're looking at. But they're pretty exciting. They haven't announced prices yet, but all those reaction figures are usually $15 a pop. So you can probably expect that. The muscle figures, it depends on how they parcel them out. But it's a really big deal because Super 7's doing WWE muscle figures and they're doing Mass Republic Lucha figures. So they are on equal footing with WWE in this licensing deal here. In fact, they have more stuff to offer from this company than WWE's going to. And I congratulate them on this, and I really want these fucking toys.
And that stuff's going to be available at luchashop.com, right?
Yes, definitely they will be. And what's on luchashop.com right now that people can buy? Because there's some cool shit up there right now.
I don't know. Did they put up the Chris Jericho stupid idiot shirt, or the Disco Inferno stupid idiot shirt, I should say, that Chris Jericho made? That's quite possibly the best thing I've heard about all year.
Awesome. You know, okay, my favorite thing was the limited edition Disco Inferno action figure that they actually made and they sold, and I think they sold out of. One thing is the Pentagon Chubby shirt is only from Pentagon. It's not on the website right now. But check out this Live Fast Dairudo shirt that you can get on there right now. Fucking dope. They got a few different designs. It's a motto we should all live by right here.
I will say I did see some of the shirts at the temple this season.
Yeah. We won't alert Sparkles to what they were, but yes, there were a few that made it through.
And let's see here.
I don't want any heat with Sparkles. I've heard that having heat with Sparkles can be a very intense situation, and that's all I'll say about that.
Sparkles, my Instagram friend.
I'm not going to have heat with Sparkles anytime soon. I will only wear temple-approved merchandise. I will not cause a ruckus in meetings, and I will put Sparkles over. We will chant Sparkles.
Luchashop.com right now. You can pre-order your official pro-grade autographed Puma King mask. That's Puma King, not some bitch-ass Prince. That is Puma King.
That's dope. You can also get your Expo Lucha VIP packages there still too, right?
Yes, you can. You can also pre-order your official pro-grade autographed Phoenix mask, Ray Phoenix, which is a different design than some of the ones you might have been able to buy before. You can see the cross in the middle there and the kind of different side flames. It's a dope mask. We all love Ray Phoenix on this show. All huge fans. There you go.
I have a Ray Phoenix. This is the mask he won the PWG tag belts in with his Lucha brother.
Did that other mask ever show up, Byron? Or are you getting that this weekend?
I'm waiting on it. Like, I'm in contact about it. It has to be mailed to Los Angeles.
It's got to clear customs.
And it'll be mailed to me.
You can send it to my house if you want.
I'll think about it. That might be.
Hey, and when is Ellsworth that wrestling guy store? Does anybody know?
Tomorrow, I believe, from 11 to 1, something like that.
Check that out.
Or not, is it tomorrow or Sunday? I'll have to double check. Let me check now.
Well, look it up. You can go to @WrestlingGuyHP on Twitter, and I'm sure it's up there. Give those guys some love, some support, and they've been really doing right by a lot of indie performers and Lucha Underground talent and giving them places to come and make a few dollars, do some cool signings, sell some merch.
And that wrestling guy's a nice fucking dude. I like that guy. He's cool, man.
You know, anybody who you can see on a regular basis wearing a Cleveland Indians hat, it's good people.
Yeah, horrible taste in baseball, but good people.
Screw you. Hopefully, I'll see them at the home opener for the Angels where they're playing the Indians.
He'll be there. So Ellsworth will be there. Ellsworth will be there on Sunday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
And let's see, Mav Pro is not this Friday, but next Friday, right? I believe so. That's probably your next big local wrestling show other than New Japan here in the LA area.
Local wrestling, guys. I gotta get in my Prime account so I say it right really quick.
Killer Cross is going to be at that Mav Pro show, I believe, too, defending his Mav Pro heavyweight title. So that might be worth going to. Maybe I can make it out to that one.
Let's see here. Sorry, guys. My thing's dumb, which means I'm dumb. Okay. So you guys know about PCW Ultra, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Next event.
What's really cool is a lot of their shows are on Amazon Prime streaming. So if you have Amazon Prime right now, you can watch the shows for free. I went to the train in Little Tokyo. I downloaded one of their shows because, you know, the Amazon Prime app you can download onto your phone and not have to use data. And I was just watching wrestling on the train. I was watching Pentagon fucking wrestle Johnny Mundo on the train. It was great.
I believe you can do that because you have an Android phone. I don't believe you can do that on iPhones.
I'm sorry that I fucking have a good phone. I have a Google Pixel 2. Oh, nothing. Not the XL because they're pieces of shit. Best camera I've ever had on a phone. The dick pics are amazing. I'll send y'all some.
No thanks.
It's like,
all right, guys. I gotta get out of here. Got some things to do.
Receiving some dick pics.
It's been fun. Thanks to Urban Heretic 187, the man, for stopping by, hanging out with us tonight. Brother. A lot of people really did ask about him, so hopefully all those people will watch this show. I'll have to tell DJ to tune into it too, because I'm sure he will be interested to see Urban back at it again with us. And J-Man will be in town. J-Man will be in town tomorrow. Byron, record something, even if it's audio, with J-Man, so we can play it on the show next week.
I'll see what I can do.
I think we would love to the audience while he's somewhere near actual internet service.
Yeah, film it with your phone. Record it so we can see pictures of J-Man. You see his pretty face. He's a handsome man. But
we'll do some shots at the bar beforehand. And then
for the audience, for the people that have been at the shows and asking about me, get a hobby, man. Ask about. I'm just some dude. You know.
Screw that. I'm mad you even showed up because there's 2 days left, people. Actually, till Monday at 10 a.m. You can still order a Where Is KC t-shirt.
Or a coffee cup.
One of our hottest selling t-shirts ever. Go to teespring.com, search Mass Mats and Mayhem, and you shall find the Where Is KC t-shirt. It's also in the link down below. If you click show more on the description, you can find all of our Twitters. You can find Urban's Twitter, I think.
Click show more right here. You get some dick pics.
Yeah,
no, I'm not sending.
Just go down here. Go down here.
But let me tell you, that shirt has been selling so well. Fucking NWO numbers. Fucking Austin 316 numbers.
It might be our best-selling shirt now. I have to check the numbers. I know the solid M logo shirt was our bestseller, even more than the OG one. But I think the Where's Casey shirt has definitely beaten the OG one now and may be ahead of this. And I'm planning on ordering one this weekend myself, so I might be the person that puts it over the top for you.
Bootlegged one. Jesus Christ.
Well, you know, that was just to get that was a primer. That was a primer. That was like sucking a little bit of gas out of the tank, but not swallowing it.
And all proceeds go to buying me a Nintendo Switch. Justin doesn't know this yet, but it's been decided. I kind of want one. And seriously though, don't be the only motherfucker without a Where Is Casey shirt, because everyone else is going to make fun of you and say, look, he's still wearing the fucking MMM show logo, or he's wearing the one that like the white looks yellow and shit, the original printing that me and Jim have.
Hey, those have a certain value to them now because they're as seen items.
And as seen on Lucha Underground, and will be seen on Monday Night Raw when I go for the one after WrestleMania.
Let's hope so.
Hell yeah. Because you know what? We might not sell shirts like Bruce Pritchard does and Tony Schiavone. They got 1 million shirts.
30 different shirts in 1 week.
Yeah.
Jim, you got anything you want to add? Where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at the Jimmy V. As we mentioned previously, me along with Byron and J-Man and Vic will be at New Japan this weekend on Sunday. I'll be at WonderCon tomorrow.
Oh, shit. Have fun, dude.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Mike Kingston, who writes Headlocked Comic.
Kofi's brother.
Yeah. He's going to have RVD at the booth tomorrow. So if you're watching this live, or if you're
I want you to go up to Mike Kingston and shake his hand and say, you were a damn good DDT Iron Man
champion.
Heavy metalweight champion. Yes. And that's just, you know what? He's a good dude because that's his fucking promo picture.
Yep.
And I want to say my other podcast, Read More Horror Comics. You can find us at RMHC Podcast on Twitter. We just released a new episode today. So I'm doing 2 podcasts today, motherfuckers.
Your shit is dropping all over the place.
Yeah. Or you know what? I tweeted the link on me at Lucha Gringo at Twitter. You can find it there. It's a pretty fun episode. We talk a lot about toys and not a lot about the comic we were supposed to read because we get more off topic than this show. So it's all good.
This actually showed up at my house from the Toys R Us closeout that's happening right now, which is so sad.
Okay, you know what? That closeout is fucking bullshit, all right? I drove by it and it says 30% off on the signs. You get really close and it says up to in tiny letters. The whole store was 10% off.
Yeah, give it a couple weeks and man, once it gets down to bare bones, it's going to be super cheap in there.
And sad.
All right, so we got Jim, we got Casey, we talked about Urban. Hey, Byron, anything else you want to add?
No, I'm good.
Stay calm and stay in the mix.
Man, I didn't get to make fun of his hat, dude.